What is up, guys? Wallow J here, and I'm here with my co-host, Chris. Chris, say hello to the peoples.
Hello, peoples.
Also joining us, our other co-host, Miguelino. Miguelino, say what's poppin'.
What's poppin'?
And our other co-host, Mel Egghead Kuiper. Egghead, say what's happening.
What's happening?
Not a whole lot. How was y'all's Christmas? Mine was shitty, so let's get that out of the way. How was y'all's Christmas?
Good.
Passed it inebriated, so I passed out, woke up again, forgot it was Christmas, so that's kind of cool, right?
Nice.
Well, you got some snow. That's always good, right?
Well, I got snow after Christmas, so.
All right, I'm getting a network error, so if I happen to fall off here shortly, don't worry.
We'll hold it down, scrawl.
Yeah, you guys hold it down, and I'll be back in a few because this shit is giving me problems today. But anyway, Egg, how was your Christmas, man?
No, it's great. Spoiled the kids rotten as usual. Every year, my wife says we don't have enough presents. We got to get more.
Oh,
and I tell you, I keep saying, every time you do that, you go overboard. I mean, it's like the guy that's last to show up to the party, like, oh, I got to catch up. And that guy's like the guy that like goes way overboard and falls asleep like the Miggy over there.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, because you overshoot it.
Yeah, you do.
I keep trying to tell her. So, anyways, they're spoiled rotten. It's beautiful weather. It's good stuff, man. Merry Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah, Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy Boxing Day to Kai
Hey,
Johnson.
I'm happy for you, Kai Johnson. Listen, before we continue, this episode is brought to you by Modelo,
the official cerveza of the UFC.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. It is now, isn't it?
Listen,
welcome to the McDojo Show, PGF Insider with the fighting spirit.
I know it's only 1 p.m.,
says.
but it's a good time to start, cracking one open. So let me take a little swig here.
There you go.
Whoa.
Cheers.
Or whatever, however the song goes.
I was about to say, what was that? Is that Native American?
That's that Modelo commercial song, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That plays like 20 million times during UFC events.
Refreshing. Listen, we're here for a reason. We are here
Because you
because
texted me and said we were doing a podcast at 1 on Sunday, right?
that's one of the reasons. Yes.
Okay.
The other one is the PGF draft is coming here shortly. In about what, Egg? A week and a half or so? 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about
2
2 weeks. Like 2 weeks in a day, I think. So
Right
like
on.
15 days. Yeah.
So our very own Egghead did an analysis of all the athletes, and he ranked them. I'm gonna disagree, obviously, with because some of the guys on my team are kind of low. So we'll bring that up as we get going.
It's because he drafted poorly. Hence
Did
your
I?
poor draft grade.
I don't know.
I mean, it's also because you tried to rig the draft and you still got put last. So
Ooh, karma.
Well, you got to go there, Miggy.
just pointing out as to why
No,
maybe they're lower.
just letting the people know.
All right.
Reminding the peoples.
Fine. I want to say if you are offended by anything that we say here, we're sorry. We still love you. This is nothing personal. If you think that your highlight footage sucks, question is, did you send us any footage?
Yeah.
You probably didn't. But nevertheless.
Hey, what's up, Kamish?
Yes, he is, Kamish.
Hey, how's that thing that goes? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I guess.
But anyway, let's get it cracking. We're gonna play you here a highlight of. Oh, actually, Egghead, take it away. Who do we have ranked? We're gonna do sort of a countdown from the bottom to the top,
or count up.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what?
I'll see what you did there.
Hey,
Thank you.
We're gonna list them in order, in some linear way. Yes. Basically, we're the super fans. We've watched these guys through all the qualifiers. Through you're gonna see vets here from PGF Season 1, Season 2. We have ADCC qualifier guys. We have high roller guys. I went through, tried to watch as much film as I could. Kind of analyzed everything I could from Instagram, cyber stalking the hell out of these guys. it's just like a little Chris Kringle over here. Egghead sees you when you're sleeping. He sees when you're awake. He sees your footage, and then he judges you and ranks you. So I think we all know the PGF, huge, amazing grappling season coming up. On the 10th will actually be the draft. The 9th will be the ceremonial weigh-ins at 6 p.m., followed by the draft combine, which should be a lot of fun. And then the 4 coaches will have that night and a little bit in the morning to do their analysis. I would think they might want to look at my blog post and watch our show here, and then they make their call.
Well, right on. Let's get it on with number 24.
Yeah. All right. Again, don't hate me. I got you're the top 24 guys. So, even if you're 24th, you still made it. So, gotta love them. I'm just going to say about this guy, just the heart of a warrior. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. I think that's Churchill. This guy always went out there, was always game in PGF season 1. One of our OGs. He was a white belt during season 1. Now he's a newly promoted blue belt. He came out to Austin qualifier, showed a lot of heart, showed some defense, and also threatened with a pretty dang good sub of his own. That is Kiahi Mekakau. I always screw that one up, but Kiahi.
Oh, what happened? My screen just stopped. Wow.
FYI, I chose. He's on my team.
Listen, I'm having all kinds of problems here with my computer. It's acting up, so I do apologize. But guys, if you could, while the highlights are playing, please mute your mics. Just saying.
Kiahi, he's the man. He's somebody we should all celebrate and appreciate. He came in as a white belt in PGF season 1, and he lost a lot. But he lost and kept going. He had a heart of a champion, of a warrior. He kept going. We've seen improvement. The Tempe Austin qualifier, he threatened a guy with Kimura that was so deep. We all thought he was going to win. He didn't win, but it's okay. Here's the thing. He's now a blue belt. The blue belt is the rank of surviving, and he's going to survive. He's going to keep going through this thing. He's going to survive. He's going to fight. He's going to be amazing. And you know what? Y'all got to love Kiahi.
Here's the
Muted. There you go.
I'm good. Bro, I saw it. I appreciate you, though. All right. Listen, I do agree. He's the least experienced, I guess, out of the bunch. But what we saw in the Austin qualifier was, to me, that was improvement from what we saw in season 1, even though he didn't win. However, he threatened a couple of times, and I was like, oh, shit, he's going to win. He's going to win. Unfortunately, he didn't, but he still got the invite. Come on, He's an OG.
He showed up. Hey, he showed up still.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Huge improvement. Huge improvement. And you can also see he was having fun, too. He was talking during it. I think he's going to bring a great sunny disposition to this, and he's going to have a lot of fun. And just, again, I think, since he helps run Next Step BJJ's Instagram there with Mario, I think he's absorbed a lot. And it's going to be really fun to see, just how much improvement he has made. I mean, we got to see one match, since season 1. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
100%. Chris, any thoughts on Kiahi? Chris, you're muted, bro. What's up?
What?
You have to unmute yourself.
He doesn't even have the mute song.
Oh, he has the
No, I got it. I've got it on my thing. So yeah.
You're a noob.
I don't have the full setup going yet. So no, I'll be interested to see if being a season 1 alum, skipping 2 and then coming back into 3. Because I think people learned a lot in 2, the way the season kind of point system plays out and shit like that. I'll be interested to see how it's going to go. I think he's going to do good. He did good in 1. And what is he? Blue? Yeah. So he is, what is he? 1, 2. There's only 3, 4 blue belts. Yeah. 4 blue belts. So blue belt gang.
All right. Right on. Maggie, thoughts?
All right. So for sure, as just pointed out, experience. So Kiahi does have that season 1 experience, familiar with the rule set. And again, he's a blue belt now. He's leveled up. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to see, a lot more from Kiahi this go around. Again, training with Mario as well is definitely a benefit. So again, I have high hopes for my so I hate to say this, right? Kiahi's Hawaiian, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Mahalo,
for the flying
bro.
Hawaiian hitting a flying armbar this season, Kiahi.
Mahalo, bro. Oh man. All right. So who do we got next? Egg.
Okay.
I know who do we got, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna disagree with the number that he's at 23, but go ahead.
I'm a huge fan. I think we're all huge fans of him. And he's a little salty sometimes when I rank him low. So I'm trying to
want to say this. You gave him that number because that's Michael Jordan's number, and only the GOATs get that number. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, LeBron in Cleveland too.
That's right.
The LeBron, lovers.
Number of GOATs.
Again, don't hurt me. As we mentioned before, I will be out there the whole week. So if anyone's really salty and wants to pick on the egghead, I'll be available in the Mets to
beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, show me I'm not even 25. So okay. Hey, so here we go. We got a purple belt out of Nomad BJJ. He got his purple belt, I believe it was August of 2020, just a little bit before season 2. Hey, here's the thing. Josh Gibbs is a great guy. Really cool dude. He is a very active competitor. But he's a little bit lower because he's a purple belt. And Grant, I'm just blue belts are people too. I'm blue belt. I got it. But he also has a little more of a traditional style, which he gets salty when I talk about his traditional style. But I mean, he's coming from a gi and no gi background, which I think when we see with the black belts, they've had so much time, so much, Mickey. The black belts have
experience.
Thank you. So much experience from the black belts, even though if they're traditional guys, they know how to learn more and they've had so much more experience. But when you're a lower belt with traditional background, I think it takes away some of your game when you go to no gi. So, season 2, he had some success. Not a ton though, but he also had to beef up for that tournament. So I mean, he gained weight for that. This is actually more in his natural weight, so that'll be good for him. But then in the qualifiers, he did Louisville. He just missed out on getting 3rd place. He had a good match with the Scarecrow Doom with the double rainbow guard pull, so that was interesting. And then he came back. I believe it was Atlanta. I think it was where he lost to Stackhouse, and so they kind of closed off there. So I mean, he's lost to Stackhouse. He showed up a little bit Louisville. Sorry, man. I love you, Gibbs, but you're 23 in my rank.
I'm going to give you my thoughts because I'm the one doing the voiceover on this one. So, gentlemen, if you could mute your mics as we go into Josh's highlight. Joshua El Papi Chulo Gibbs. This Latin lover is a PGF Season 2 vet who's always ready for action and has a ton of competition experience. Joshua had exciting matches during Season 2 of the PGF as well as the PGF Season 3 qualifiers. I mean, who can forget that double rainbow between him and the SOD? It was like they were trying to make omelets. Papi Chulo has a background as a certified trainer, which means it'll be easier for him to cut weight, easier than most. He has a well-rounded game. We've seen him work the chokes and the leg locks. So no matter where the match goes, he is more than capable. With El Papi Chulo, you aren't going to see anything fancy. None of those barambolos, nothing like that. But what you will see is solid jiu-jitsu from a man who's motivated to compete, win, and make a few people eat their words, possibly make them cry. A motivated athlete is a problem for his competitors. And my guy here, he's a problem.
170s, get ready. I'm a problem. What?
Oh, now look.
You're muted.
Forget your new.
My guy's a problem. That's what's up. Thoughts? Chris, go ahead. I already gave my thoughts.
I really want to see him do good this year.
Yeah.
I do. Because season 2, I felt like he got to be the nail more than the hammer. So I'm hoping this year that he gets to be a hammer a little bit more.
Yeah,
And
hammer, hammer all them blue belts for sure.
Yeah, and he is one of the nicest guys in the entire thing.
100%. I agree with you 100% there. I mean, every time I've talked to him, he's always been super nice. I mean, and we've talked a lot of shit about a lot of people on the show. I mean, it's not talking shit. We're just, we're just talking about what we see. Yeah. But either way, he's always been super cool with me.
Great guy. I mean, you just got to weigh the scale, man.
Yeah. Speaking of weighing the scale, so this season, like as has been pointed out, is for Gibbs is definitely that size. So as we got to see last season, there are some big boys out there, and that makes it tougher when you're a smaller guy, right? And again, experience is definitely going to be in Gibbs' favor. Something that I like for Gibbs coming into the season is he does have that week-long sprint advantage compared to guys from season 1 or guys that have yet to do this. So that's something to look out for when it comes to Gibbs.
Right on. All right. Joshua El Papi Chulo Gibbs. Hey, he's Raza, so, by default, so it is.
Damn right.
Egg, who do we have next?
Again, another fan favorite.
Yeah, totally disagreeing with this one.
That's fine. You disagree all you want. But here's the thing. I mean, the man went to every qualifier, which gives it away. But by going to every qualifier, we got to see him get up against a lot of these competitors. And I hate to say it, he does not have a lot of wins against the other competitors here. I mean, he's the Rudy of the PGF. He's the wandering grappler. I'm a huge fan of his. Sorry about that, guys. Isaac Stackhouse, he's a purple belt out of 10th Planet Perry, but as the wandering grappler, he goes around to gyms all around the Southeast. Saw him out there in San Diego. He's again great guy. Love the content he puts out there. But as far as a winning track record against other competitors here, I don't see it. And again, he has all the qualifier experience, so we got to see him against a lot of these guys. And I'm sorry, I just got to put him down here.
You also have to remember he was there for season 2 with Stephen Aiken, and Aiken's probably going to have him ready for what as far as what to expect for the whole season. So that's an advantage right there. Not everybody is coming in with some knowledge. So
yeah, see, I'm with
and look at the comment he pointed out.
Yes.
Yep.
Hold on.
I want to see what both ankles can do.
My man gonna have 2 ankles this season.
So what we saw at the Fort Myers qualifier, I believe it was, Isaac Stackhouse against Raymond Page. We had the mini PGF there because of the amount of people, which was phenomenal. We used that as a case study to show that we could have this event. The commission could have this event later on as a traveling game. But those last 30 seconds came out, and both of them turned up to another level. And Raymond came in with a sick ankle lock that really injured Isaac. But hey, he's a G. He's an old school MMA guy, and he gutted it out for all the rest of the qualifiers. So he's had some time. I'm thinking from this message that he's healed up. He knows what the grind's about, and yeah, he's going to be coming at everyone. Regardless, he goes against you. You better bring your game. I'm just saying when I'm stacking up, wins and losses at qualifiers, this is where he's on my list.
Okay. All right. Well, here's Miggy's thoughts. Let's air his highlight.
What's popping, y'all? It's Miggy from the PGF Insider and McDojo Show here. So today I need to talk to you guys about someone that technically has a 100% attendance rate to all of the PGF qualifiers. So competed at 4 out of 5, and was at the last one. He was there. Wasn't competing, but he was behind the camera. So if none of this is ringing a bell, I am talking about the one and only Isaac Stackhouse, a.k.a. the Wandering Grappler, a.k.a. per Egghead, the Rudy of the PGF. So Isaac is a purple belt out of 10th Planet Perry, Georgia, home to Season 2 vet Stephen Aiken. So the best way to describe Isaac's style is that of your old school MMA guy that they know combat sports. They've trained stand-up and they train grappling as well, because guess what? Fights always make it to the ground. So while we might not have seen a lot of wins from Isaac during the preseason compared to other guys, he did show us that he has some work ethic. Again, this guy's committed to the PGF. He's been at all the qualifiers. And he even fought through an injury he obtained at the Fort Myers qualifier. So guys, do not sleep on Isaac. For all we know, he could be this season's sleeper. So keep that in mind when making your picks. Peace.
Very nice.
How about you go ahead and unmute there, big guy?
I gotta wonder if he's doing it.
I'm a noob all of a sudden. But anyway, I want to see him do well.
Yeah. I do too. And my biggest complaint is I don't understand how you put him behind Marcus.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh, Egghead, would you care to elaborate?
Hold on.
That?
Let me go pick up this pot.
Yeah.
That
How do you put Gibbs also below Marcus? Marcus,
because I can complain about this because I have them both on my team here. So I mean they're both my guys. But just
Let me piggyback off of them. Yeah, how do you have Joshua Gibbs below Marcus? Marcus has had 6 jiu-jitsu matches altogether. And that's what he told me. Because when I said, hey, I need some footage of you, he's like, bro, I got only 6 matches and 3 were in the PGF. So please explain to me, how do you rank Marcus higher than Joshua Gibbs?
I mean, I know he's got pedigree.
Pedigree. Yeah. Thank you. So this is how the college coaches do it, guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Potential. He's got he is a state champ, Alabama. Sorry, let's just go right into it, and then we'll talk about the comparisons. Marcus Lil Elkins, the youngest of the Elkins boys, following Matt and Jake, who are PGF season 1 and 2, and then season 2 guys. Nice. So anyway, Marcus Elkins, again, as we said, just like the brothers, he won a state championship in wrestling in Alabama. He's got a legit Darce choke. He's got a great buggy choke, according to the commish. We had a small sample size. We didn't have a lot of matches from him. And here's the thing: I mentioned, and sometimes the joke hits or not, but he's got the Achilles heel of leg locks. So we've seen him fall to some leg locks. But you got to imagine that he knows that, so he's been working on the defense. He's a very young man. He's very long, so that can be problematic as well. He's got the scrambling and the wrestling, and hey, if he wants to make it to next Thanksgiving dinner, he's got to probably show out here. So he's going to have some motivation. I guess that's the kind of thing. He got a little bump because of potential, because of the small sample size, because I think he could do really well. Whereas the other 2 guys, they have a track record, but they don't have a strong track record.
Okay. All right.
Listen, I'm not going to give you too much shit because Marcus is on my team too, so it is what it is. But since we're talking about the gentleman, Mr. Elkins, or Baby Elkin, as we've dubbed him, he's the next one up on the rankings. Am I not correct?
You are correct, amigo.
Mm-hmm. That's what I just said, right?
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, right on. Let's go ahead and go to his highlights. Marcus Elkins, or as we've dubbed him, Baby Elkins. There is nothing baby about this fella. He's the tallest of the Elkins bros. And just like his brothers, he's an Alabama State wrestling champion. Baby Elkins' long limbs present a problem for opponents. Darce chokes, buggy chokes out of nowhere. And don't forget, Alabama State wrestling champ. Bro, what does that even mean? That means he will put you on your ass. That's what. We haven't had a PGF season yet without an Elkins brother. So technically, he is grappling to keep up tradition and the right to eat Thanksgiving dinner at the adult table. We are always comparing all the Elkins brothers. And the fact is, Marcus is the youngest. And while his brothers are the more seasoned jiu-jitsu practitioners, Marcus will get to that level. And who knows? Maybe when everything is said and done, Marcus could be just as decorated as his brothers, if not the most decorated Elkins of them all.
Jesus.
He's got to be doing it on purpose now.
He is the
That's what
youngest.
I'm
I did
thinking
on
too.
purpose. Yeah, he is the youngest. So yeah, quite possibly. I mean, Jake is not competing much, right? Because he's teaching a lot. He's got the school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Matt is competing at this point. I mean, but if Marcus keeps competing, who knows?
See, like for Marcus, he has that benefit of being the baby is. He's like, all right, so they achieved this. So I need to go one up them each, right?
Hell
They
yeah.
set the bar. He's going to go even higher now. And guess what? He doesn't have to worry about anyone else, does he? Or is there another Elkins in the making?
Oh, I believe there's one brother that we don't talk about. Because
So
the
is
guy
he
that
still
came
the-
in third, I guess, at state championship and got
man.
kicked out of the house.
It's like the Manning family.
There you go. So Marcus knows he has that. He set that bar. He's like, all right, I need to one up them. So, Thanksgiving, I can remind them, hey, you might have got one Naga belt. I got 3. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Who knows?
Got my Naga sword.
It might be 10 by the time he's done. You know what I'm
there
saying?
you go.
All right. Who do we got next, Egg?
Okay, a friend of the
Ex-Hagrid.
show.
A friend of the show.
Yes. As somebody we sponsored that we put out the
All right.
call because Waldo and I was like, you know what? Hey, these qualifiers, $100 can be kind of expensive for guys. So hey, let's put out a message, see if somebody guys want some sponsored entries, and it was crazy because within hours, this guy had, it wasn't even him. It was training partners, it was coaches, it was people that all talking about like this guy needs to be part of this show. They came out of the woodwork to just support him. He's one of the youngest guys in the competition. He's 19. Don't ask him to do math on how long he's been grappling. We asked him that on air once. He did not pass. Not very long though.
Sounded like that dial-up old Ethernet sound.
It was kind of funny. Anyway, so who we're talking about. Matthew Boyles, blue belt at a scramble jiu-jitsu and wrestling. It has the weird situation where he started jiu-jitsu first, and he asked him how to get better at jiu-jitsu, and they said to wrestle. So all of a sudden, his senior year, he pops in and starts wrestling varsity, having never wrestled before, and starts slaying fools. You see that in his style. He is, constantly aggressive, fighting for everything. He is very flexible. He attacks you with a very low center of gravity. You can kind of see in his rolls where he does those knee slices, but he's really hard to sweep because his center of gravity is so very low. And again, he's fighting all the time. He's going to make people go hard. And what we saw from his preview, besides his excellent unicycling on this channel, we saw that he even knows he's going to be a highlight, whether it's his highlight or the other guy's highlight. He's going to go for it, and it's going to be exciting.
Dude, that match with Kevin Sherrill, just picked him up and threw him down. I was like, oh shit, he broke him. And this kid just sprung back up and went at him. I'm like, oh shit, he's good. He's fine. So,
Yeah, if he figured out between when we saw him at the qualifier and when he's competing, if he figured out the submission over position strategy versus just going full strength mode, dude's going to be an issue.
right
Yeah,
on.
we saw his coaches are super involved with him. I saw messages from them talking about how they're trying to beef him up for this to make sure he's get the full 170. You got to think they've been working for this. Him and Randy Roden are at the same gym. Amy Roden is the wrestling coach there, so they got to be preparing. It's gonna be really exciting, I think. I've said before, he's the Peter Parker of the PGF, the nicest. Will always say sir, just it's a good kid.
Right on. Let's go to his highlight.
Matthew Boyles, a 5'9", 155, blue belt, 19-year-old. He's at a scramble, BJJ. He has a wrestling background. Well, I should say this. He actually started BJJ, and he asked how to get better. They said, hey, try wrestling. So in his senior year, I've been never wrestling before. He said, I guess I'll try wrestling. And they put him on varsity. And he started wrecking people. He's the type of competitor who either make the highlight for himself, or it's going to be somebody else's highlight. He admits it. He's going for the best match. He has the motor that will continue throughout the whole 6 minutes. He's going to push you the whole dang time. What I've seen from all the footage I've seen is that his low center of gravity, his Gumby young man, flexibility, keeps him low to the ground. He's going to be pushing people. He's going to be hard to sweep. Hey, I'll admit, I'm biased, okay? PGF Insiders, we sponsored him, and he showed us he's the man. He has the heart. He's going to bring it to everyone they give him a chance to go against. And we've seen from the qualifiers that's exactly what he does. He puts his head down, literally, into people, and he's going to push them hard. I mean, we've seen some previews on the PGF website and the YouTube. He rides a unicycle. The man's got crazy flexibility and ability for a killer. He's going to be great, and we've just seen the beginning from him.
The whole unicycle thing to me is hella funny. The preview that they did for him, that was amazing. To me, that was the funniest one. It was the better one to me. Maggie, thoughts on Matty Boyles?
My boy Matty B. So why did you have to say it with Matthew Boyles, right? Like I guess, is he the youngest competitor this season?
He's tied.
No, it's Noah.
I don't know.
Noah. Oh, sorry.
Noah's the youngest. He's 18.
I don't know.
What I was thinking there.
That's right. I thought they were all 19-year-olds.
Hold up. I got a comment here from Joshua Gibbs.
Hey.
Bro, you know me. You know my team, bro. Of course I'm gonna make you look good. Come on, dog. I got you.
Well, he also sent you footage.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
It
Yeah,
goes to
that's
show you set us up with the footage, then you're gonna look good.
We did ask for footage. Only a few people sent us footage, which is cool. No big deal. We went and hunted down footage from like 1987 on some of you, so it's a little pixelated, but we could tell at least that it is you. Listen, I think that we need to pay really close attention to this kid. Not only this season, but in the future. He's got a motor. He just doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Chris, any final thoughts before we move on to the next one?
I think it'll be interesting because is he going to get you? Because this year is different because remember they're doing teams, so they're going to have coaches picking teams such as that. So is he a good pick to maybe you may not get the hammer from him all the time, but he's going to give everybody issues. Like he's not gonna. I don't think he's going to be the nail for a lot of people. So I think he's going to make a lot of people work. So I think it'll be interesting and dynamic to see how the team thing plays out like that.
Egg, any final thoughts before we move on to the next one?
I'll steal a little bit something from Matty B himself. He said he's very young. So some of these 18, 19-year-old guys, we saw from season 2 as the gauntlet goes on for that week. They might just have a little bit more in the tank towards those last few days. And so that might be a situation where, while they're not as worn down, they might catch some people. So that could be very interesting to see as well.
Yeah, we got a comment here from No Way. Matthew is going places. We believe so too. Mm-hmm. Next one, Egg. Who do we have?
We got Lewis the Bubble Collins.
The Bubble. Where's that name coming from?
Dude, you're on the group chat.
Oh,
you remember that?
I missed it, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay, well, the PGF competitors that are watching should get that joke in the commish. But
okay.
Right on. Pardon. Moving on. So Lewis Collins, OG season 1. We talk about toughness, and what you saw there is he is definitely tough as nails. He is hard to submit. He was one of the 3 people that forced Elijah to get a break against them. And really only 2, because it was Manscaped Mike, who's like one of the strongest guys ever in the PGF, Lewis Collins, and then Nilo. But that was because it was Elijah's first match, I think, or first or second match. And he had him in that triangle, but he took the armbar off the triangle instead of finishing the triangle. Because, again, it was kind of new, realizing the point structure. But I digress. The point is, Lewis, super tough, multiple qualifiers. He's a great dude. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm not sure how many subs he's going to get, but he's going to push every damn match. Probably. And if you get a sub against him, that's a feather in your cap right there.
Man, I think you're putting a target on his back. Now, Elijah's going to be watching this being like, oh, I only got the break. Challenge accepted.
It should be a challenge accepted because I lost fantasy points on that.
Anyway, let's get Miggy's thoughts on it. Let's watch the highlight. Miggy's doing the voiceover, so let's go to it.
What is poppin', y'all? Miggy from the PGF Insider and Mick Dojo Show. I'm here to talk to you guys about a returning Season 1 PGF veteran, Lewis Collins. Lewis is your purple belt representing 10th Planet Muscle Shoals. He had a pretty decent run at the first season where he was able to score 22 points via 5 breaks and 1 kill. While he might not have been able to score on all of the returning Season 1 veterans, he did give them a hard time, resulting in draws and breaks, which, hey, it's good at knocking people out of playoff contention or making things more difficult for them. Lewis might not be familiar with the week-long sprint that is the current PGF format, but he's still pretty comfortable with the rule set, having also competed in 2 qualifiers.
Yeah, that was a super, super sweet armbar, that Jacksonville qualifier. That was just so smooth.
Yeah, smooth.
I think that was Atlanta.
That was Atlanta.
My bad.
Yeah. I was just going to say that too, man. Like the way that he just turned them hips and just got that armbar real quick. It's like, bro, you got to watch out for that. He's gritty, man. He's tough.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have a tough time trying to put him away. And I think that, no offense, but I think he should be schooling all the blue belts.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Look, at the very least, what I can say with Lewis
Blue
is
belts
this.
right now are like, you know what?
Oh, yeah, those blue
Just
belts are
wait.
hungry. No, the blue
Just
belts are
wait.
hungry. No, but one thing about Lewis, though, is if you have a match against him, at the very least, you can either, as we saw again, he might limit your team to getting 3 points or no points at all. Because that's one thing. He can at least be able to block someone out of getting that playoff spot. So that's something to consider with him.
A draw is technically a loss because you get
no
points.
No. I'm saying, though, but like for the opponent, like that's, again, if they go against him, they're going to have a tough time. So.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing. We haven't heard. We probably still need some clarification on this from the commish. You know, we saw in season 2 we had the team points available, and the commission has set it up so that nobody plays against their teammates this season. So no risk of collusion if there was team points. So I mean that could be on the table again. Who knows?
Are we still on the collusion shit?
Dude, we're always going to be on the collusion shit.
I mean, you know,
Always.
a certain guy that lost out on $1,000 is probably going to think about that for a while.
We got some thoughts here from the commish. Who's the kind of dude that's going to be tough to score on. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And in this rule set, that's a big factor.
Mm-hmm. Again, Lewis is a tool that, I mean, like I like to call it like a petty pick, right? Because, you know, if you have Lewis, you can at least prevent the other team from scoring at the very least. And that goes a long way, man.
He's like that superstar punt blocker.
Literally,
it's like, Lewis, they can't get these 3 points. We need you to run through that line and block that field goal.
And again, that's the thing. That's the insurance of Lewis. So that's something to point out.
Hey, and he had some scores in season 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 22 points scored. So,
Yeah, that's no slouch.
No. Right on. Well, listen, let's move on to the next one. Who do we have next?
Okay, this is a gentleman who we have a very small sample size of footage because he was at the first qualifier, and that's it. Decatur qualifier showed out very well in a very deep 30+ person qualifier. Pardon me. He's the smallest competitor at 5'5", 145. But here's the thing. It's kind of like when we look at MMA and we see the lighter weights are just so much more active. This guy is active. This guy has the wrestling because he's out of American Top Team Tuscaloosa, but also trains Ironclad. He's got crazy wrestling, crazy scrambling. He throws in legs locks as well. So wrestling plus leg locks. Wow. Of course, talking about Carlos Andres.
All right. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the highlight because I'm doing the voiceover, so let's go to the highlight, Jim. We have been talking about Carlos Andres since the Decatur qualifier 6 months ago. Carlos tends to start matches slow, but once he sizes you up, that gas pedal goes all the way to the floor till the end of the match. He is also a former Alabama State wrestling champion. Carlos has the ability to quickly change levels and get a takedown. The takedowns, the leg locks, the Dragon Sleeper subs, all of that made him exciting to watch in the Decatur qualifier. He is also an MMA fighter with a 6-2 record according to Topology. Carlos is super scrappy, and you nearly have to put him out to beat him. He is not a big name in the grappling circuit. However, I think people are going to be surprised by his skills and his pace. The PGF is a grappling tournament. However, it is also a show, and Carlos is very exciting to watch.
I am with Trenton right there. Yeah, that neck crank hurt.
How long have we been talking about this guy?
Ever since we first saw him, he comes up at least like, we have 4 podcasts a week. He's up at least 3 of those. So yeah.
Right, right. I mean, he was just fun to watch, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even if let's say he doesn't get too many wins, he's gonna be fun to watch.
No.
He's like
something about Carlos to point out is, like you guys said, he's the smallest competitor weight wise this season. I mean, he's the kind of guy where he's going to use it to his advantage. We saw from that footage the speed this guy has with his takedowns. Again, that's going to present some problems, right, with the scrambles as well. I know for him, the 6 minutes is not going to be an issue, right? That time frame for the matches, he's going to thrive in that environment.
Yeah. Chris, any thoughts?
That neck crank hurt.
Man, how can you do that to TurboTax, man? I mean, TurboTax just got us purple, so shout out to Cooper,
dude.
So
and he's in the chat. He's like, that, he goes, that neck hurt for 3 days. Yeah, I bet it did. Mine's gonna hurt.
Oh, my bad. I got the wrong person. I thought it was Cooper. I saw footage of him with Cooper though.
I do because I didn't watch that qualifier, so this was the first time getting to see him move a little bit. I like how quick he is, and he's smooth. He's not like fast, super spazzy moving. Dude, it's just like quick, smooth.
He's able to combine his jiu-jitsu with his wrestling, and it shows.
Yeah.
Word. Egg. Who is next?
Well,
I don't know. Who's next?
Oh,
do you know?
We're all waiting for that because it's the man that does not breathe through his mouth. He refuses to make facial expressions.
None.
Listen, a hardcore, a stone-faced killer cannot make any expressions.
There you go.
And this kid is a killer.
Yes. So you all know who we're talking about. The master of the ninja choke, Noah Randolph.
All right, I'm gonna get Mickey's thoughts here because
you're gonna hear what I gotta say.
Yeah, because he's the one doing the voiceover. So let's go to the highlight.
What's poppin', y'all? Miggy from the PGF Insider and McJojo Show. I'm here to talk to you guys about a Season 1 veteran. I know that clue isn't much. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you'll know in a second. And if my pun didn't give it away, I'm talking about Noah Randolph, high school student by day, 10th Planet Decatur purple belt by night, all day. So I don't know what's more impressive about this kid. The fact that he's competing with grown men, or the fact he was able to get 21 points through way of 3 kills in the first season of the PGF. Noah makes a great pick for those wanting someone experienced in the PGF rule set, as well as someone that is able to get kills, aka points. So don't let his age fool you. He has a pretty gnarly ninja choke and has only had time to get better since the last time we saw him. Coaches and fantasy players, if you pass over this kid, I don't know what to tell you other than you might regret it later.
I don't know what to tell you on that one.
So yeah, man, Noah is definitely like the commission just said. He's saying Noah is his #1 sleeper for the season. He could be one of the top guys, 100%.
It's funny because Scaff was trying to, dance around who he was talking about when he called the ninja choke master. We were like, we know you're talking about Noah.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about, Scaff.
Just say his name.
Or you gotta say it like that. Like, I don't know, but all I can say is, you gotta dance around it that way.
And look,
look at that.
This guy's still a kid too. So
Exactly.
just wait until he starts getting some of that man strength coming on. You're fucked.
No, that's the thing. When you have these younger guys, these younger cats training jiu-jitsu, is they're able to absorb that bit of knowledge faster because they're in that learning mode, right? Small details one of us wouldn't pick up. They just pick up like that naturally. So that's something to consider with Noah.
Well, the commission is saying that Noah is tougher than most black belts he has trained with. That's saying a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's also told us. I think it was on the screen on one of our shows that he's been visiting black belts.
Yeah,
people have been going to Decatur to visit and train, and all of a sudden this guy over here is taking him out.
Strong now too.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, look at his build. He's got a freaking little almost like power builder type build.
Yeah, he got that John Deere built, man. John Deere tough. You know what I mean?
Right. Hell yeah.
They right, man.
Listen, I want to see how he does. He's a purple belt. He's got the experience of season 1. He got like 28 points in one night. Remember that night?
Yeah,
I do. I had him on my team.
That we didn't pick him, and he just went off, and we're like, fuck.
Well, see, that was the original collusion because nobody told us that Noah was going to have like 17 matches that night. It was just,
Yeah, and Chris, by the way, have you sent this month's child support payment to Noah?
Yes, it's already been sent. It auto drafts.
Okay.
Oh, auto draft. There you go.
Yeah, I want to make sure he gets
Did you
it.
hook him up with the John Deere tough hat for Christmas?
Hell yeah!
Right,
just making sure, because
tough, man.
season 1, Chris was like, well, Noah this and Noah that. At some point, we're like, okay, enough about Noah.
Nah. I was impressed. He impressed the hell out of me in season 1.
Yeah, he impressed you so much that you adopted him.
Pretty much.
He's like, boy, I don't know who your daddy is, but let's just say him now, man. Here's your John Deere hat.
Look, I fought for him every single Friday to be on the team. Didn't matter. He's going up against Elijah. I know, but he's my son. You got to.
Like, I don't know what to tell you, but that's my boy.
Coach's son makes the team.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Egg. Any final thoughts on Noah before we move on to the next guy?
I mean, just to dovetail off of what Chris said. Here's the point. Even when we're all just fans, that first week he gutted out through some choke or something like that, and it was like he just showed so much heart. And shoot, that was year and a half, 2 years ago now. I mean, he's bigger, he's stronger, he's more skilled. He's going to be a problem. I completely agree. There's a very good chance he could do exceptionally well. Just again, that's kind of like he's a sleeper. He might do amazing things, but just off of what we have currently, he's just at this spot.
Right on. Well, I definitely want to see him do good. I mean, I wonder what he goes through his head when he's getting choked out. He's like, nah, bitch, you ain't got it.
He's like this. I don't know how to tap to this shit, so I'm gonna get out of it. That's what he says, man.
I'm telling you, for anybody that's coming in that, some of these people that haven't rolled with him or gone against him, they're probably going to look at him. They're going to be like, he looks like a young kid. I'm going to smash. And the next thing you know, they're going to get in there. He's going to grab him. And they're going to be like, oh, I messed up. Something's wrong.
Well, here's another comment from the commission about Noah.
See?
He's putting on that man strength.
There you go. You better watch it.
I'm a senior now, puto. What's up? Come at me. All right. He's not, Latino, but it sounds cool when you say it like that.
There you go.
All right, Egg, who do we have
next?
Right,
wait, we're no longer talking about Noah now.
Whoa! All right, so
nice
coming in
segue, buddy.
Yes, coming in at number 16, Noah.
He don't know what's going on. It's okay.
He's so tough. He's coming in twice. He's run twice.
Look at that.
All right, it's only my first. So, Eric Longar, brown belt, 10th Planet, Crystal City. Pgf season 1 alum. I said in my write-up, I'm a little salty because I kind of bet on him a number of times because it's a brown belt. Oh, it's a great value pick. And then I didn't get the kills. I was like, what the hell's going on? But here's the thing.
Bet on the belt.
Early on in the season, I made that mistake. But here's the thing. That was season 1. That was not his size. And I think a lot of his techniques probably a little bit more size oriented. Just guessing, again, only a nasty blue belt here. But now we're at his size. And so, we've seen the speed, we've seen the side-to-side passing, we've seen some kills, capabilities, experience. He's a brown belt. He was a brown belt, during PGF season 1. So he's still brown belt. But we also saw the Louisville qualifier. He was actually beating Mario Gayar for most of the match. I think out of the 6-minute match, pardon me, I think at least 4.5 minutes, he was winning that match. And then Mario pulled out that double outside Ashi, ankle lock, which was amazing, and won. So I think there's a very real chance he could do good things during the season.
Right on. Well, I'll give you my thoughts on Longar since I'm doing the voiceover. So let's just go to his highlight. Eric Longar, Mr. Worldwide. This gangster is a season 1 vet. His journey has led him to train around the U.S. and also in the land of the rising sun, Japan. Well, dom arigato, Mr. Roboto, to you too, sir. His season 1 matches were super exciting to watch. Who can forget week 1 against the SOD? Longar was on him like white on rice, like flies on... You get the picture. Do not judge a book by its cover. While he may be one of the smaller competitors in the PGF, his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. Longar has amazing passing. We saw it in season 1. And in the Kentucky qualifier, it actually looked sharper. Look for Longar to have a good season as he competes closer to his natural weight. Shout out to Eric, who got his black belt just a few weeks ago. And he is the instructor at 10th Planet Crystal City. He defeated 3 black belts. I'm pressing the button and it's not going right away. So
yeah, it happens. It's all good.
So he defeated 3 black belts. I'm thinking about Mario. He just got his black belt.
There you go.
3 weeks ago. I think it was December 5th. So his passing just against Mario was, on point.
Yeah.
And Mario, just threw up that Hail Mary and got him. But man, he's gonna be tough in this season. He was tough in season 1 out of his weight.
Yeah,
he was.
And a beautiful beard.
Yep. Well, he cut it.
I know, but it was beautiful in 1.
No, okay.
I no longer know what to expect. So again, my favorite thing to say is this guy has experience, like we pointed out from season 1. So again, these season 1 vets, I really have I expect a lot from them in the sense that while again they don't have that week-long idea, if they didn't do season 2, but again, that the whole point system it's something to adapt to, right? Because you can go in high and heavy and say, hey, let me just get this arm bar real quick when you could have had a choke, and it's tough. You got to do that PGF math, right? So I have high hopes for Eric in that aspect. So I look forward to see what he can do this season for us.
B-Max got a comment here. It says, but guard Palestine doesn't score in the PGF. Yes, I know.
But
I know.
It gets you in position for that kill.
Hopefully. Hopefully. So, Egg, go ahead. You were going to say something?
No, completely agree. But I think, agree with the commish. But I think that's one of the reasons he actually weighted the kill so much more than breaks, because I think we were tired of all seeing people just sit back for leg locks. I think as Chris just said, incentivizing, going for the pass so you get in that position so you can get that kill.
Yeah.
And so he has that ability to set himself up for success. Now, does he get the kill? We'll see. But, chances are he's going to put himself in that position so he has a better look.
Right on. What happened to Miggy? Is Miggy answering the door or something?
Yeah,
did he get a package?
Yeah, he said somebody was knocking on his window.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I just told him to flash them.
Yeah, they'll definitely go away.
Yeah, they won't do that again.
Right on. Well, anyway, Egg, who do we have up next?
All right, coming in at number 15, the man with probably the biggest fan base, the most excited fan base in PGF history. The guy who's so cool. Well, I mean, he had guys like dress up in character for him. So find somebody else that had that.
That's going to be tough just because I'm going to say it.
Okay.
With all the circus tents that we saw in season 2.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
That fan base was.
Well, I
got to remember the circus tents did not come in till season 2, though.
I know.
Well, no, I'll give you that. 10th Planet Perry and the Freaks, they are huge. They are fanatics.
Yes.
As fans, they are true fanatics. They're awesome. It was great seeing them all come out for the finale. How many of them came out? It was great.
Hell yeah, they were all wearing uniforms.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. However, what we saw from PGF season 1.
Yeah.
When one man who has 2 nicknames, because he has a nickname for the nickname, came out, when Matt, the Scarecrow of Doom, the SOD, Harrison, when he had matches, Derby City MMA showed out.
Yes.
You can see the live count; it almost doubled. When we saw the Louisville qualifier, we saw a child and an adult both in Scarecrow masks, which is really, really cool. I mean, here's the thing: he's a black belt, so if Miggy was here, you would say he has experience. Yeah, he's a fan favorite. Lots of fun. The one reason he's a little bit lower right now is he kind of goes to the well with that sitting guard and trying to get people with that triangle, which is deadly. We saw multiple qualifiers. We saw in PGF season 1 that triangle is scary. He also threw up some nice arm bars, but we also saw Mario kind of find the answer to that guard. Scarecrow tried to pull that guard. Mario was like, okay, thank you for those long legs.
Yeah.
Let me have at him. So that's why he's 15, which is kind of ridiculous for a black belt. A Chewy black belt coming here, it's a little low, but that's just why. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. Go ahead.
Let's go to the highlight. Come on, play. See, I'm having all kinds of issues.
Push the button.
What's poppin', y'all? Miggy from the PGF Insider and McDojo Show. I'm here to talk to you guys about someone that we got to know during the PGF's inaugural season, Matt Harrison, aka the Scarecrow. The last time we got to see Scarecrow, he was a brown belt, but has since been promoted to black belt, representing Derby City MMA. Matt's game can best be described as Lanky Jiu-Jitsu. And what I mean by Lanky Jiu-Jitsu is he's able to use that body of his as a deadly weapon, which we see every time he goes for that gnarly triangle of his. So coaches and fantasy players, Scarecrow is someone that should really be on your radar. While this season's week-long sprint might be a little foreign to him being a season 1 vet where they did weekly competition, he's still pretty familiar with the PGF rule set. And if you're really concerned about points, Scarecrow is a safe pick because he goes for the triangle, which means points.
Points, which is the key of this game.
Yes.
Score as many points as you possibly can. We got a comment here from the commish.
It looked like he did. It looked like he's going for it now. I mean, we'll see. That could be fun.
Y'all better hide the build
for it.
Yeah. Listen, this sprint, which is the week long, he's the older guy.
Oh no, he went there.
What?
Well, I mean, come on, he had to.
Yeah, we have to. We have to point it out. He's the oldest in the group. Can he handle the week long?
The grind
matches. We'll see. I think he can, but at the end of the day, we don't know how he feels. After he grapples.
Look, for Scarecrow, the motivator is to get that choke early on, get that extra point so he can rest for his next match.
Exactly.
Should be.
Yeah, when he goes against, Marcus and these younger guys and things, don't waste time. because they're going to be tough. They're going to grind you hard.
Yeah. Maybe
somebody like
that's
Matthew,
why.
don't play with them. Don't play with your food. Just get it done, because you don't get into a grind match with these guys, because it's a week long.
Right. Maybe that's why he has the buggy choke in the bag now too, right? So he's like, I'm going to let them think they have a chance.
Thank you, Commish.
Age is definitely your factor. That's the commish. The reason why we call him the commish is, he's been around since jiu-jitsu started.
Since 1918.
Yeah, 1919 or something.
Somewhere around that. Yeah. But I'm hearing right now all the tents in 10 Planet Perry going like, oh, challenge accepted. We are going to be the loudest. We're all going to be there.
Come on, bring it.
Yeah.
Start making accounts, guys. We need this going comment.
Right.
Anytime Isaac goes on, you'll see that those numbers just like inflate.
Boom.
And all the tents in the comments.
You see the tents pop up. Boop, boop.
Yeah. I'm just asking for like a max of like 20 tents. Okay, when you throw like 50 tents out there, I mean, I don't know if I'll be moderating, but I gotta stop that stuff.
100 at least. We need 100.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put it in slow mode chat sometimes.
Right? Yeah. Limit every minute.
I had to stop some of those because there's like
shout out to 10 Planet Atlanta. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you guys.
The house of the Kevins.
That's right.
The house of the Kevins.
That's the Kevin factory right there, man.
Who do we have next? Let's go on to the next guy.
Okay. I feel like Wallow is like Miggy from our Fight Companion or our double feature night. Just trying to keep us going.
Well,
there you go.
I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move the draft along.
To Perry, guys, make an account called Tent Planet that just posts tents in the comments.
There you go.
So
that's great. Okay.
That's a free one.
All right. So 14. Somebody that was super exciting in season 2. Probably, and I'll keep saying it. The best. I think he's the best athlete in PGF season 2 and 3. He's going to be a problem. Here it is. Randy, the dump truck, Roden. Shoot, did I put him on my team? Who did the highlights on this guy?
I believe that he might be on Chris's team.
Okay. Oh no, I did it. I did the highlights because I think I picked him up. So I won't. I've double tapped my comments multiple times. So let's hear the footage and we'll talk some more.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the clip, Jim.
Randy Roden is the best athlete in the PGF season 3 by far. U1 wrestler, Duke Blue Devils wrestler, undefeated his junior and senior seasons in high school wrestling. State champs both times. Georgia, get after it. He did. He won. He started jiu-jitsu just 1 year prior to appearing in PGF season 2. And guess what? He was a problem. All right, during season 2, again, he's a blue belt, baby blue belt. What's that? It's a belt of surviving. That's what he did. He had such smooth movement, athletic movements, great scrambling on the feet. What do you have to worry about? You have to look about that throw by, which is so popular, but he's amazing at it. Ankle pick, good lord. Yeah, you need to look at the Duke Wrestling's websites and find his ankle picks. Double overhook suplex. Ask Matt Elkin how they go with him. He would say, yeah, I appreciate the majestic afro of Randy Roden when he went flying in the double overhook suplex. Now, submissions, again, blue belt. We've seen head and arm choke. We've seen the anal strangle. I'll let you look. Yeah. But he's amazing. He's, again, the best athlete there is. And watch out. He's going to be amazing. You actually put the anal strangle video in there.
Well,
nice.
That's what he called it. He called that submission the anal strangle. So we have to show it.
Brandon,
we talked about it.
I just want to say, Brandon, thank you so much. That Wallow worked really, really hard on this stuff. And I think we all need to say thanks to Wallow because he put a lot of time and effort into all these clips.
I didn't do shit but show up. Wallow did it all.
Yeah.
Hey, this is for us. It doesn't matter. We all did something, except Chris.
You saw what just came in the room. That's what I've been dealing with for the last 2
Hey,
weeks.
Chris is the
remember this, man.
superstar. Listen,
You picked first, so just remember that, man.
Yeah. Chris is
picked
like,
first.
I'll show up for the podcast. That's it, bro. You
Yeah,
know?
I got too much other shit going on outside that door.
Yeah.
Hey, so you should as a prize to the winner, they should have a goat named after them.
Right? You
Yeah, I
have
got
a bunch of goats now?
Yeah, I got 4 boys. I mean, they've all got names, but that's just their
Rename one.
Whatever.
Yeah, I can
Rename
rename
one.
They're goats. They don't come to their name. It's not like they're gonna
Exactly. So that should be a prize thing too, right? PGF winner gets a goat named after them.
It's a goat. It's one of the goats on my farm named after him.
There
Yeah.
you go. So back to it real quick. I mean, Randy Roden, wow. Limited jiu-jitsu experience.
The blue blood.
But yeah, from Duke. I mean, he parlayed undefeated junior and senior seasons, high school wrestling, 2 state championships, into a Duke education for free. Thank you. Yes, please. And we saw in season 2, he was a problem for everyone. He was tough. His just grace, flowing, just athleticism where he just float around.
And nobody stood with him. Because as soon as the match started, what did they all do?
Jake Elkins.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, that was big thighs versus big head.
Listen, why you keep messing with my dude? Jake Elkins is gonna whip your ass one of these days.
He is.
And I'm gonna film it.
Please do, because I fully expect it. And I'm
gonna let it happen. I'll
be
be like, he's been talking a lot of shit about your head, bro. Just beat him up already.
Headbutt me.
No, that wrestling exchange between the two of them, that chain wrestling that Jake did, was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
That was high level. That was exciting.
We all was waiting on it.
And here's the thing.
Yay.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna see Randy Roden, D1. B-Mac, like your comment there. So we got Randy Roden here, obviously, D1 wrestler. We're gonna see some other D1 wrestlers up as we get up the list. So that could be really fun. But here's the thing: we've seen that he's added more submissions to his game.
I heard he's working on his legs, man. Leg locks.
Go ahead.
Which kind of like Carlos Andres.
Yes,
that's, bro, a wrestler that can just ankle pick you and keep your leg and then leg lock you. That's an advantage right there.
That's a bad day.
Yeah.
and Chris can talk to this. I mean, he's going to be 170 all of
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yep.
And then those thighs are like camel humps, right? What'd you say about them?
Yep.
They're going to hydrate.
Hydrate. We literally watched it in Atlanta. He walked in. He's like, "Hey, it looks a little small." Weighed in, took a few drinks of water, and then just started filling out. It was like, what's going on? Yeah, it was unreal.
Oh, man, this is going to be great. I mean, the whole comment that Matt Elkins made about his afro, that was funny as hell.
Yeah.
It was majestic when I flew by. Miggy, final thoughts before we move on to the next guy?
Yeah, man, that angle strangles, I'll call it, because that rhymes. I mean, we all know what we're talking about.
It's the anal strangle.
I know, but angles.
Call it what it is.
Right? No, but for Randy, he has an advantage where he's now had time to really perfect that, right? Before when we saw him, it was kind of just positional, right? Positional dominance from the wrestling background. Now, though,
I would have one request if I got put in the anal strangle. It's like, please don't poot.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
My request would be, please take me out to dinner afterwards.
How about I'm just going to go ahead and tap right as soon as those legs start coming up that way. I'm just, nope, we're good. Not going out like that.
Final thoughts on Roden.
I'm going to put out right now $20 anal strangle.
On my
Bounty.
team,
Woo!
picked him third. So,
all right. Well, cool.
Oh, if you get the submission, you got to look at the camera and do the finger guns. That's all I ask. It's just...
and then just put them behind you, like kind of like your butt
right in the pockets,
down.
right in the holster.
Like,
Wah!
All right, enough about the anal strangle. Egg, who is next?
All right, coming in at number 13, we have a representative of the starts with a D. What's that? Is that word you love saying, Wallow? Starts with a D. DUV.
Hold on, let me warm up. Oh, got it.
Oh, yeah.
Wallow loves that, so I had to sum it up.
I'm from Duval, bro.
It's a Jacksonville thing.
That's what we do, bro.
10th Planet Jacksonville, representative Purple Belt, And season 2 PGF finale super fight winner, Manning Leverett.
All right, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the highlight because that was my highlight. But I also want to thank Sam Barbosa for helping me out, and he's my source. So thanks, Sam. I appreciate you. So let's get my thoughts on the Manaconda, Manning Leverett. Manning the Manaconda Leverett. Wait, hold up. This guy's a doctor? What? A PhD? For those of you that don't habla or comprehend, this guy can break you off on Sunday and put you back together on Monday. That is if you have an appointment and you have insurance and you can afford the copay. Okay, I don't know if he's really a doctor, but at least he plays one on Instagram. Manning is a true athlete, a former baseball player with a deep understanding of body mechanics. Well, this is jiu-jitsu, sir. What? Oh, it still works? Oh, okay. Manning is a super skilled grappler with 4 years of experience. As my sources indicate, and I quote, he is a choke specialist, but has expertly refined breaking mechanics on leg entanglements. And what does that mean for the rest of the field? Well, business is about to pick up. Manning has a deep appreciation for the sport of jiu-jitsu. And I quote, I realize there is a right way to do this, and I am obsessed with figuring out what that is. Damn right, Duval in the East House. We didn't see a lot of him in the qualifier in Jacksonville because unfortunately he sustained an injury against Lewis Collins. So unfortunately he had one match. But I'll say this: he was my pick to win the Jacksonville Open, the Jacksonville qualifier. So
he had a great super fight.
Yeah.
You know, that was just a game from the moment go.
Oh yeah, that kid that he grappled, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but he came out on fire too.
He came out on fire too. They went at it.
But I think that's the thing with Manning. He just stayed composed. You know, he listened to the coaching that was being thrown at him, and he did exactly what he needed to do. And at the end, he got the kid. I mean, I think the kid, has some issue with his knee at the end after he got caught. But nevertheless, hey, this is, I guess, it's part of the game. Yep. So he'll heal up. That kid was like 17. He'll be fine in like 3 weeks.
Right.
There we go. Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan Birmingham.
I wonder if he's from Birmingham, Alabama, because it'd be pretty fitting too.
No.
It's not spelled that way.
I know, but still. It's
where's the crickets?
Yeah.
We need Keelan out here to give him the poot sound.
Yeah.
That's rough. Yeah, there you go. Get a -1 on around the mat. So very interesting, very exciting guy. But hey, we know this. We know he's completely healed or enough to be out there. He was at the ADCC East Coast Trials in November. It's really cool to see him.
A match.
He did. He saw 5-0. Obviously got some passes. Had some good looks. It looked like he was going to get a darts really early on the guy, but somehow dude was able to frame and defend. But he just controlled him the whole time. And then in that second round, he lost. To heel hook. This guy was just a leg hunter extraordinaire, and he lost to the same guy that Dane Leake eventually lost to in the round of 32.
So interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously
the guy was tough. Obviously, he was.
Legit. Very, very tough, very legit guy. And obviously Egghead's watched both matches and other matches, so it's in the calculations.
Well, it's kind of your job.
Oh! Like I'm getting paid for this. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, bro. Let me know when the check starts rolling.
You do it for the love of the art.
Yeah.
You get paid in satisfaction.
Starving
over here.
artist.
Right.
Hell, I still haven't even got my 6-pack of double IPAs from Kanan. What the hell?
Oh, bro, you're not gonna
Dude.
see that.
Those
You
things
will-
are off in the ether. They're
Listen,
gone.
you will not see any beer, so
I'm gonna say,
let's just let
how
that
about
go.
this? If he bought them, he drank them too. You know.
All right, so let's move on.
He's gonna try to like be like, you know what? I didn't bring you any beer, but here's some of my new gear. Prism.
Boom.
Boom. And,
He'll
that's
give you the homie
and that was the
price,
free
200%.
plug. That was the free plug in this show for his gear. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You're only one. You only get
Yeah,
one.
T-shirt, whatever.
any final thoughts on Manning?
No, I look forward to it. I know he's been active with like 10PQ or the 10P qualifiers. He's competed in those. The Super 5 final. The guy's very active. So
He won one of the Mid South Classics too.
Mhm.
yep, there you go. So he has experience.
Yep.
So let's see how it translates to the PGF. It'll be fun.
Yeah, he's got a lot of support. It'd be interesting to see if Brown comes up to coach him there. Some at the ADCC qualifiers. Him and Sam Barbosa were both there, and who knows, maybe they come up and come up for the week. That'd be kind of neat.
I'm sure they will. Yeah.
We need some more Sam.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
Some wholesome. Just
Sam
wholesome
would have to cut off an
dude.
arm to make 170.
I
think.
know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's weird going through PGF because we got so used to him in 2, and you just like Sam. I mean, Sam's
Of
just,
course.
I mean, wholesome as wholesome comes, kind of thing. So,
Right
and
on.
he tried to destroy a vehicle during paintball with his knee.
with his leg. Yeah.
Yeah, with his leg.
Impromptu
right.
super fight. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right, Egg. Who's next?
All
Where we
right.
at?
We are at 12, number 12.
Number 12. Number
Um,
12.
And a newcomer, a very exciting guy,
Oh.
a rocket scientist. He actually can put that on his bumper sticker.
He's
He's a smart cookie. He also puts up, and I've seen some Instagram posts where he squats more than a man his size should, which of course is why David is the Quadzilla Evers,
Quadzilla.
our
All right,
first
well-
at-large bid.
You know what science could never explain is how he weighs less than 170.
The street drunks.
Well, let's let Miggy tell you a little bit more about David Evers since he's the one doing the highlight video on this one. So, Jim, let's go to the tape.
What's popping, y'all? It's Miggy from the PGF Insider in the Dojo Show. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Quadzilla David Evers. David is a purple belt through weight of 10 Planet Huntsville. You might be familiar with him if you've been following the preseason for the PGF, in which David won second place at the initial qualifier in Decatur, Alabama. Don't let this guy's build fool you. He's able to keep the action going, and it's quick to get under an opponent to start off balancing them, going for his attacks. So something that really makes David stick out is his leg lock proficiency. As we saw in the qualifier, he was able to give all his opponents a pretty hard time. It even results in him being able to get submission on Season 1 vet Jonathan Roberts. So coaches and fantasy players, do not sleep on this guy. While we might not have seen him go for any kills this qualifier, he's got experience using his leg lock game to get the W in competition, which translates to points on the board.
And in this game, what's important?
Points.
Points. I know he was good when I saw him defeat the Elbow Genie at the qualifier. I was like, fuck.
Right.
Like, they call you the elbow genie. I'm gonna get your knee instead. I'm like, damn, dude. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if he gets under you, he's gonna be a problem.
That's it. Yeah, literally.
Because, bro, those legs are just gonna lift you. He looks like he can deadlift a car at least.
Right. He's like, today's leg day, so let me leg press and pick you up, and then I'm gonna break your leg.
Him and Randy Roding are you're gonna be having a quad off.
I'm telling
Right.
you, quad. I need them to be on the same team for the quad squad to be a thing.
Oh,
Need this.
The
Tell
Tri
me,
City
man.
quads.
dude, if that happens, somebody
Quadsi
better
DJs.
make a shirt.
Right.
telling
I'm telling you. Because normally, like whenever you have like power lifters, it's always like the arms that's shown.
Yeah,
For them, it's gonna be 2 legs just flexed, man.
I'm telling you.
And those guys, you go, bro, you forgot leg day.
No.
Quadzilla was like, nah, I'm good. I got legs too, bro. But he's gonna be a problem,
Mhm.
especially if he gets under you.
Mhm.
Egg, thoughts?
So here's the thing. I mean, I'm curious because in his preview, he basically said, you know what? Hey, my game's my game. I am who I am, and I'm going to come leg lock the hell out of you. And so, but that's the thing. It's like, if he's really good, either one, he's head faking us. He's a smart guy. He might be. Or two, he could be going for the legs, but he's going to have to trust in that elbow genie point if he's going to try and make that postseason.
Yeah,
trying to get within that first minute.
The extra point,
yeah. So that might be the thing. He might just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to play my game, try to get that point really quick, and then if it doesn't, then maybe he tries for the kill later on. I don't know.
Yeah. That's my only worry is that we've seen nothing but legs, leg. That's it. So if he comes up with somebody, who's got a really good leg defense and can stave those off, then I'm sure he has more tricks in the bag.
Yeah. Again, he's a smart guy. What if he wants to throw everyone off? So like, he just goes for legs.
He'll just do like the Elijah thing, like he did for season 1. Just went choke. And then once he gets to the finals, and now I'm just taking legs.
Yeah. Right. Because again, he could have been adapting. Who knows? Since he knows all I have to do is get a win here to get into the actual thing. So we'll see.
If not, I hope you just start working on it now.
All right, Egg. Who do we have next?
All right. Coming in at number 11.
Number 11.
Evan DeWitt. Black belt out of Derby City MMA and SNG BJJ, also Queen City.
Look, the only thing that I know is basically that where he trains at and what we saw from the qualifier. He did send me some footage of him rolling and stuff like that, but again, I couldn't find a lot of stuff on him.
No, you can't.
So I really couldn't, make a, like a good analysis on it. But all I know is that dude is tough because when that ankle popped, he didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
Making thoughts.
So it was funny. Mario actually was the one that cried out.
Right.
And it was really cool that South Dakota Chris didn't stop. Because the guy that was getting submitted didn't say anything. So it was really cool. But Miggy?
Yep. So kind of go with you guys, right? Like the sample size we had obviously was small, so it's really going off of the qualifier. But I'm excited because if I remember correctly, he did have some good stand-up, was it? Or what was it that it was?
He's got everything that's really good.
Right.
I mean,
it was
at Louisville, everything was really sound.
Was on
his
point.
Passing was good. His scrambling transition was good. He had the legs too. I think he got a kill as well. I mean, very well composed, well put together. I mean, all our old things we can find a video of him has like a shaved head. Now he's got like the samurai look, which apparently fits him. And maybe like Samsung, he's got his strength now. He's got the long hair. I don't know.
Well, I would ask Chris what he thinks, but Chris hasn't even seen him. So let's just go to his highlight.
All right, let's talk about Evan DeWitt. He's a Louisville qualifier runner-up. Second place. It's fine. He's a black belt, means, as we all know from Miggy, he's got experience. So he splits his time training at Queen City Grappling, Stutzman and Gray are SNG BJJ in Dayton, Ohio, and Jiu-Jitsu's gym, Derby City MMA out of Louisville. He likes leg attacks. He has very nice scrambling, smooth transitions between positions. He impressed the commission so much. He was essentially the unofficial second at-large bid handed out. Now, let's be honest, the commission is a better judge of jiu-jitsu talent than I am. Fair enough. All right, so we also need to know he's a teammate of Pgf first season alum Matt the Scarecrow of Doom Harrison. He even traveled with him to awesome qualifier to help the SOD get that final spot. You have to imagine DeWitt is getting insightful strategy from the SOD, and their coach Chewy probably has them thinking about how they're going to win this tournament. We'll just have to see. I'm telling you, Evan DeWitt, he's got all the skills necessary to make a serious run.
Having a teammate from your own gym, it's ideal, especially when you can just pick their brain as far as, how the system works, as far as the points and all that stuff. So, yeah, I believe from what I've seen that he should be one of the guys advancing to the postseason finale, which is on Saturday. Not this Saturday, obviously,
but
Saturday after the 15th
of January.
Again, I would ask Chris, but again, Chris hasn't seen shit. So
He looks very smooth in his transitions.
oh, you read the write up. Nice, bro.
Yes.
Nice. Good job. All right. Let's crack the top 10 egg.
Oh.
Who do we have in the top 10?
Coming in at number 10, possibly the biggest sandbagger of all the competitors, because he's been a blue belt for about a decade. No, he's just recently became a purple belt. But the funny thing is, we
go ahead.
Okay, pardon me. I will just say his name and then I repeat myself. I understand. So Tyler Woolsey, our Fort Myers qualifier winner.
Well, I'll play the highlights since you did the voiceover on him.
Tyler Woolsey, you sit upon a throne of lies. He's your Fort Myers qualifier winner. He's a newly minted purple belt of Rogue Wave Jiu-Jitsu, West Palm Beach, Florida. He was never a blue belt. He won when he was a blue belt. Don't believe him. This guy was a blue belt when he was 16, almost a decade ago. He's an old school 10th Planet guy. He's got a great story. He started off as a teenager, learning the Tempe system, and he got out there and he did amazing things. But then he decided, you know what? Like, hey, I'm a blue belt. I guess I got to leave for a while. So he went to college, how to work at paper school, etc. But I've seen him, with footage of him competing as a blue belt 7 years ago, being coached by BMAC and Coach Applegate. Ridiculous. He's the prodigal son of 10th Planet come home. He's going to bring some old school 10th Planet stuff. And you're going to see from him, and I've seen from him, you're going to see possibly flying triangle, maybe the first one since Joe Kai. Loves a lockdown. Oh, buddy. You want some rubber guard love, some double bag, some invisible collar. Oh, yes, he's got you covered. Marcellatine, straight ankle, swimming armbar. Do not let the youth or the lower belt fool you. He is here to win, and he's going to make his presence felt. I'm telling you, look out for Tyler Woolsey.
Dude, he impressed so much in that qualifier in Fort Myers. Like my thought was that Raymond was going to take it, but and this is not a knock against Raymond, but that was a pretty easy match for him. So, and Raymond is a tough dude. Raymond went to 2 qualifiers and showed out on both. So,
he's an active MMA competitor.
I mean, this kid is.
He just watching his highlight versus everybody else. This kid is the 10th Planet system.
Right.
He is everything that is the system you see in his jiu-jitsu. It is all 10th Planet.
Yeah, like if you want to sell 10th Planet to someone, you show it his highlights.
Yes.
Because he's showing it in action. Yep,
Yes.
There you go. Jiu-Jitsu Unleashed.
Yeah. Every all the moves he's making, you're going, that is all.
Oh, advanced rubber guard. There you go. Yeah.
There
It's
you
like
go.
if you want someone to read the books, you show them Tyler's highlights. Look, if you want to do that, read this.
Follow this guy.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he was smooth too with it. It wasn't like he was forcing it. He would just get there and just flow with it. So I mean, man, this kid is trouble.
It's gonna be sick watching him. I'm so excited. Like I said, like Chris is saying, like the true expression of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be so much fun watching him.
Any final thoughts on Tyler Woolsey?
I can't wait.
Yeah. No, again, it's going to be fun. We get to see him now. He, compared to everyone else, he was part of that mini PGF. So he does have an idea, right, of how it's kind of going to feel going back to back to back with things. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he attacks this with a bigger competition pool.
So again, mentioned he was recently promoted to purple belt out of the Rogue Wave Martial Arts,
Yep.
Formerly 10th Planet West Palm Beach.
Yeah, we're not going to ask what happened there, but whatever. Hey, we know who he is. That's the point.
He's still Tyler.
Yep. Who's next? At number 9.
At number 9, the third Kevin on the list. Part of 10th Planet Atlanta, the Trapplegate's attempt to take over the PGF. Your 10th Planet Jacksonville qualifier winner, Kevin Buring, the Bjork.
And I'll play your highlights since you're talking about him.
Kevin Buring, also known as Bjork, he's just dangerous. He's scary. He's 19 years old. 19 years old, and he's killing fools. All right? He went to 10th Planet Atlanta for the Atlanta qualifier, and he got the runner-up against his fellow, 10th Planet Atlanta compatriot, Kevin Sherrill. But then he went to 10th Planet Jacksonville for the Jacksonville qualifier, and he won it all. He is dangerous. But he's shown us he's not only dangerous with the legs, his leg attacks are scary. But he showed us, especially at 10th Planet Jacksonville qualifier, they can use the leg attacks to take the back against Dallas Clark, a well-regarded Jacksonville competitor. He threatened the legs, he got the back, he got the rear naked choke. So he's shown he's out there for the kills. He knows what's up, he knows what makes the points, and he's going to be dangerous. This guy is 19 years old, been in the game a year, 3 months, just keeps racking up the wins. You should all be on notice. We should all be on notice. The Bjork, Kevin Buring, is here to make his presence felt.
This dude is going to be, we're going to call him Mr. 4 Points, because pretty much in all his qualifiers, he was like a minute or right under. I think he had a match that was like 17 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might get 7 points too. And we saw it.
Yeah.
People are so scared of his leg attacks. He might, sneak around and get that neck real quick too.
And by the way, you called his competitor Dallas Clark. We used to be the tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. You were thinking about Michael Clark. But it's okay.
Hey, man, I'm still trying to win my fantasy football, okay? I'm in the playoffs, Oh, crap. I give it a strike.
Oh, I forgot to do picks. Oh,
No, I think one of my guys has been inactive, so.
Yeah, no, I'm losing my Super Bowl right now. On my leagues.
Good job.
All right. Any thoughts, Miggy, on your team?
Right. So real quick,
technically,
right,
you're
what I
under
have to
10
say-
Planet Atlanta.
Yep. Yeah, what I have to say is this, right? I need a coach out there to pick the 3 Kevins and somebody else, so it can be like that person and the Kevins is the team. But
another T-shirt, right?
Exactly.
Do we have a coach named Kevin by any
kids,
chance?
and you'll see in the other highlight that we have coming up, kind of like a thought I have going further into this. So that's kind of like maybe my segue, because I feel like you have to talk about the other Kevin to really get my thoughts on this.
Okay, so you want me to go into your other Kevin?
Yes, I can really,
I mean, we have to wait so long. It's so long you have to wait for the next qualifier, for the next competitor. So how about we just move on to the next guy? Coming in at number 8, Kevin number 2.
Kevin number
the other
2.
Kevin.
The other Kevin.
It's funny. He's like, I start thinking about like mall rats, and like, I don't want to be suitor number 2. I want to be the second suitor, because otherwise it starts sounding like.
What is up to the peoples? Miggy from the PGF Insider and Nick Dojo Show. I'm here to talk to you guys about a new face of the PGF this season. This guy was able to secure a spot by winning one of the preseason qualifiers, and comes from the University of Alabama of Jiu-Jitsu, 10th Planet Atlanta. No, I'm not talking about the Kevin that won the Jacksonville qualifier. I'm talking about the Kevin that beat that Kevin at the Atlanta qualifier. Kevin Sherrill is a Sean Applegate purple belt that is pretty comfortable when it comes to his wrestling, which can prove useful as a pathway to success during the regular season. Kevin is most definitely a sleeper pick. I know I'm supposed to be talking to you guys about Kevin Sherrill, but I should also mention Kevin Buring as well. Both of these guys were able to secure their bids by winning the qualifiers, and part of their success definitely has to come from 10th Planet Atlanta. Those guys out there are notorious for taking out higher belts in competition, and the PGF should be no exception.
Miggy talking good about his teammate,
Right.
because he knows what's up. And listen, how much of a sleeper is he at number 8?
Yeah.
He's in the
Real
top
quick,
10.
do
He's
me
not a
favor.
sleeper.
You need to put his. He actually commented just now. You gotta put that comment on there.
Yeah. Handsome Kevin.
HK, handsome Kevin.
That's a brand, HK, right there.
I had to say Kevin number 2 because he was talking about the Kevin ranking and stuff like that. Just had a little fun with you. Come on, man.
No, so one thing, and the reason why I wanted to kind of like have this Kevin mentioned as well is, like I pointed out in the video, something that Sean is notorious for with his students is he can have white, blue, purple belts going in and really knocking out these higher level, or higher ranking opponents. That's like the specialty of the students of Applegate. So,
Well, that was his specialty too. I remember my
when he was going up as well. Yeah.
my first tournament
killers.
as a 10 Planet member, and we went to where was
Orange
it?
Beach.
Orange Beach, Alabama, and he was
Yep.
a huge Naga, which
Yeah.
by the way, we dominated because we had like 40 10 Planet
Yeah,
guys.
you guys like all rolled in. That's how I found out there was 10th Planet area. That's what got me to go to Sean.
Really?
Wallow was the first guy I saw. I was like, whoa, they got 10th Planet here. I see Wallow walking with this big backpack, was walking through.
Bro, I was just trying to cut
Wallow
my
was there to
my
kick
last
some
pound.
ass, take some names.
Man, I remember weighing in my underwear, and my underwear was soaked because I'd been running since like 8 o'clock in the morning trying to get that last pound off, just because I didn't want to do heavyweight.
That's why you bring extra undies, dude. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, listen.
No, he went commando for the rest of the
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah, for the tournament. So,
I wore an assless singlet.
Oh,
That's how he won a lot of his matches.
all right. So let's cover a few more things about Kevin Sherrill.
Go ahead.
Or the handsome Kevin.
Handsome Kevin.
Kev. There
HK.
we go.
That's right.
State championship wrestler out of Georgia. Went to kind of a hoi polloi high school there. Parlayed that into a D1 offer from Northern Iowa. Went up there, wrestled D1, had a shoulder injury, came back, started coaching wrestling. So he's been in wrestling for a very, very long time. Now he's got a handful of years underneath 10th Million Atlanta, 2 or 3.
Probably 3, I think, is about what Sean's been in Atlanta now.
I don't know.
Pardon, I think it's
2
around
or 3, yeah.
Regardless,
right.
he's been killing people. Obviously, again, this might be the highest expression of like the guy that has the great wrestling with the great leg locks, which you're going to get from Chapelgate. But since he has that wrestling, he should be able to get in that position and still get those kills. So, 2. Thank you, Kevin. All right. Anyways, he's going to be very exciting. A great athlete. Even though he decries that, we'll see how he does against at the combine. But at least a D1 level wrestler that can also choke fools.
Yeah, I don't buy his bullshit of I'm not an athlete, bro. D1 wrestler. You're also a coach at X3. Come on, you're an athlete.
he's like this.
Stop
I'm
it.
not an athlete. I'm just a grappler, guys.
I do love his little foot trip takedown. That thing is nice and smooth each time. He hit it quite a few times in your little highlight there.
Right on. That's your guy, by the way.
Mhm.
No,
Yep,
that's you picked him, right?
I
Yeah.
picked him.
Yeah, he picked
Second pick.
Yeah. Right on. Miggy, any final thoughts on
All right,
on your
Kevin.
teammate?
Lead the clan of Kevins and whoever the 3rd or 4th teammate is, Again, I just want to see a team of Kevins, man. Team Kevin.
All right. Well, moving on. Egg. Who do we have next?
Coming in at number 7, you might see him under the Instagram hook. Next step, BJJJ. Oh man,
Next step,
BJJ.
BJJ. Yeah. Just
Pardon me.
just 2. Yeah.
Just 2. I always do that. Like ADC, I might throw in like 3 C's. It's great.
ADCCC.
Yeah, I've done that before on this.
Yes. Get it? See?
Killing me. Okay. Anyways, Mario Gayor, brown belt, 10th Planet O'Fallon, PGF Season 1 OG, Louisville qualifier winner, and let's go to the footage.
And here are my thoughts since I'm the one doing the voiceover. So let's go to the tape. Jim, roll the tape. When the commission put out the word for season 3 of the PGF, Mario answered the call right away. Signed up for the Louisville qualifier. Yeah. And while the internet didn't give him much of a chance, Mario was like, hold my beer, and proceeded to defeat PGF alums Eric Lunger and Matt Harrison. Harrison, who seemingly was the crowd favorite. Also, he beat Evan DeWitt, a tough black belt, at home. That's right, their own school. Did I mention that all 3 guys are black belts? No? At no moment did he look flustered or out of his league. As a matter of fact, that day he was the lead. He smoked the competition like a pack of coolers. Unlike season one, this season is closer to Mario's natural way. So look for Mario to stack wins, catch checks, and advance to the season finale. Those are my thoughts, bro. He's gonna do great, and he's gonna go to the season finale. How he does in the season finale, it depends on who's there.
Fair enough.
It's interesting because he listed himself as 5'6", 150.
Yeah.
And he's always seemed a little bit small. I mean, obviously we're closer to his normal weight now.
Right.
But on the PGF preview he did,
Was he on that muscle farm?
he looked a little jacked. He had some serious vascularity going on that I had not seen before, both in the neck and the arms.
It's like, bro, cardio. It's all cardio.
Right. No, it's like, for the weigh-ins, he's going to eat a big slice of pizza, then step on the scale.
I don't know. I mean, he's not looking quite like McGregor, but I mean, he looked a little bit bigger. He looked a little bit bigger. But it was interesting because like seeing that PGF preview, I have been picking up on what he was laying down as far as like he really looks at the technique. And I think it's partially because he's a coach, he's an instructor, and he's a great expression of the technique of jiu-jitsu, and going for it instead of just like trying to like maul people. He's really cerebral, pardon me, and but that could be dangerous though, because he has that sweet ankle lock, and he also likes Kimuras, but we all know those are breaks, not kills. And so if he takes a while to get to those, that could be a problem, for the rankings going into the finale.
He is a problem. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, thoughts? I mean, you've seen him grapple in season one.
Yep. It was a problem then. I think he's going to be a real problem now. I think people are probably going to look at him and be like, he's a little small. This is going to be easy. And this shit's going to hit the fan.
And then he's going to be catching checks.
Yeah.
Like, what's up now, bro?
Yep.
Hold my beer.
They're going to be getting up going, well, shit.
Miggy, any final thoughts?
Experience.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Egg, who do we have next?
Coming in number 6. And he's probably going to be
almost in the top 5. I wanted to see my boy in the top 5. This guy, I like.
You never bet against him.
You
so
never
the
bet
rules of
against
fantasy, and he might get a little salty that he's at 6. But come on, I mean, he didn't win a qualifier. He's not a black belt.
Listen, he flew under my radar in season 1. I don't think I picked him once. Just I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyway, my boy. Let's go to the highlight.
Okay.
Kevin the Liquid Terminator Primo. First rule about Kevin Primo is never bet against Kevin Primo. This season 1 bet flew right under my radar, getting notable wins and going to a draw with a few of the top guys. Kevin is one of 2 athletes in PGF that have participated in all 3 seasons. So when you talk about Kevin, you best put some respect on his name. That's right. Kevin holds the record for the longest match in PGF history, 1 hour and 12 minutes. Yeah, you heard that right. 1 hour and 12 minutes. You know what you can do in 1 hour and 12 minutes? You can watch 2 episodes of The Golden Girls, listen to 3 songs, go have a beer. Kevin is like a chef, cooking you slowly, applying top pressure, forcing opponents into making mistakes he can capitalize on. In season 2, we saw a mild form of Kevin. Within a few weeks of being cleared of COVID, he was back on the mats getting ready for the season. This man is tough and gritty and can get wins both with technique and some good old-fashioned ingenuity. Look for Kevin to keep adding to his already established PGF resume. And as always, remember, never bet against Kevin. We got a comment here from the commish. Let's take a look. So apparently, Primo is now known as Salty Kevin around the gym. So we got Salty Kevin and Handsome Kevin and Bjork.
Baby Kevin is what
Baby
commission
Kevin.
does it. Baby Kevin.
Young Kevin. Oh, yeah, he put it up here. Baby Kevin.
Ooh.
We got another comment here. Hold on. From Trenton Goad.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be saltier after being 6.
Yep.
Another comment. I think Salty Kevin is the dark horse. Wouldn't surprise me to see him win the whole thing. Ooh, snap!
I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no.
Me neither. Me neither. I'm not gonna, argue that. I mean, the commission knows him better than most of us. So,
I mean, from the body of work we have in front of us, that we've seen, what's available on the internet, etc. This is just his ranking. I mean,
Yeah.
and he, Lord knows. Oh, Miggy, I think you need to Miggy,
Hold
do
on,
something.
Kevin Primo, aka Salty Kevin, with the subscription. What up?
Salty Kev, the PGF, Pete Rose.
Don't forget too, something about Kevin Primo people don't know. People thought he caught COVID. No, COVID caught Kevin, and Kevin
right.
kicked its ass. Remember that, y'all.
Yeah, COVID got a Kevin vaccine.
Okay, but for all the fans, I mean, obviously, first season, killer, just like was like pressuring people like crazy. Would just put him through the ringer. Second season, he had COVID, or COVID had him like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the damn season, and so he's still a warrior. He said, you know what, I'm still going to go on. And, we saw that even like his first match, the first 2 minutes, it was Kevin. But then after that, he just didn't have the gas tank, because it did a little number on him. But you know what? That's when he came out the prison rules, because those wrist locks, that sneaky, straight arm lock. But now he's back to it again. We've seen him, he made the way for the qualifier. The commission says no one hates Kevin more than Kevin. So he's going to push himself. And the qualifier, when he said he was going to take somebody's money, because he's not taking Egghead's money. Egghead's going to win the damn PGF Fantasy this time. But
Also,
anyway.
for clarification, only Salty Kevin hates Salty Kevin, right? Remember that, to distinguish that, because there's multiple Kevins now. So.
Hold that thought. Kevin is commenting.
a little back and forth.
Let's see. I'm just gonna say, you guys should be glad that Trenton didn't share the new highlight video yet. All the salt is gonna be a little different. Ooh, I can't wait. And listen, I got a question for the commish. You just saw that we have a new member. Do we get any sort of commission on this?
Well, I want
we
our
each
10
get a
bucks
slice
from
of Wonder Bread.
the fight companion, right? Or I guess our 7.
Man, we need at least like 32 cents.
Hey, just hook me up with the loaf of Wonder Bread, and I'm cool.
Wah, wah, wah. Anyway, shout out to our boy Kevin, who's going to do some work, and is the commissioner's dark horse to win it all.
Well, he's been working with him. Let's be honest. I mean, he's obviously his coach, and he's ready. He's gonna be ready, and it's gonna be great. Really, I'm just super pumped. I mean, obviously, we're all huge Kevin Primo fans, no question about it. He's a great dude, and hey, you know what? I hope you win it all, but I gotta put you somewhere based upon the body of work we got.
Oh, here we go.
Cheryl's
I'm going to show it right now.
The League of Extraordinary Kevins.
Yeah, it should be called the Professional Kevin Grappling Federation. We got another comment here from Trenton. Let's go to it. I think the song on that rock road is describing season 3 Salty Kevin.
Right on. Gotta work hard, gotta work smarter. It's on whatever else it says.
What?
The Rock has a rap song now.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. And we are cracking
Top
that
5.
Top 5.
number 5. And Ed, go ahead and tell the people who's coming up at number 5.
Coming in number 5.
Number 5.
5.
Jonathan, the Elbow Genie Roberts.
Man, oh man, one of my favorites too.
I mean, just black belt out of SBG Spartan Fitness there in Beham. Just a deadly tactician. Just like some of the best submissions in the PGF we've ever seen were from this man. He was so deadly they had to make a scoring rule for him because he just kept finding submissions within a minute. Unfortunately, there breaks so often, and we needed him.
He almost didn't make it. Yeah,
almost didn't make it, but he has again some of the sickest stuff out there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
If y'all go to the PGF qualifier indicator, he gave somebody a pillow and a blanket. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to put that guy down.
Hey,
Just
all
saying.
I know is Anheuser-Busch need to sponsor my boy. He's a Bud Light drinker. Sponsor my boy. Hook him up.
All right, I would get your thoughts, Miggy, but you did the
You'll hear it in a
voiceover,
second.
so we're gonna go to the highlight right now.
What's poppin', y'all? Miggy from the PGF Insider and Nick Dojo Show here. Let me talk to you guys about a veteran of the inaugural PGF season, Jonathan Roberts, a.k.a. the Elbow Genie. The last time we got to see Jonathan, he was only a brown belt, but has since been promoted to black belt. He represents SBG Alabama. For those unfamiliar with Jonathan and curious as to why they call him the Elbow Genie, it's because this guy is pretty dang good at getting an arm bar. And in less than a minute, which, hey, that led to the creation of the Elbow Genie rule, which is why the PGF now awards an extra point to submissions obtained in the first minute of a match. So Jonathan makes a great pick for those wanting someone with experience and someone that wants to get points on the board. If you look at Jonathan's season 1 performance, 12 out of 20 matches were scored via break, and it might have been 3 points then, but hey, a lot of those would be 4 points down thanks to the Elbow Genie rule.
I think my dude can rest at ease with the fact that he could get 4 points right off the bat.
Yep.
Without breaking a sweat if he keeps doing what he normally does. And that's what I'm counting on.
Same.
Chris?
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
No, I mean, I do. He's the only competitor to have a rule made for him. I mean, that should tell you something.
I don't know. I think Elijah needs a rule too. I'm just saying. I don't know what kind of rule, but
yeah, I don't know what kind of rule for him.
Bad guy rule. You call your submission before the match until you get an extra point or something like that.
Oh, call your submission before the match for an extra point.
Ooh.
I like it. That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah. Be like this triangle and then extra 5 points if you called the time.
Like triangle, 32 seconds.
They're like, what?
That would definitely help the Scarecrow of Doom.
It's 30 seconds, then he squeezes 32, you know?
That helps Scarecrow of Doom. That would definitely help David Evers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All the leg lockers would be like,
Yes.
Listen, handsome Kevin, don't get salty. Don't get salty.
We haven't seen all the things that happened at 10th Planet Atlanta, but I don't know. Maybe handsome Kevin has taken down Elijah. I just won't believe it till I see it.
Well, hold on now.
Listen, whatever happens in the training room, you don't talk about.
Hold on. Who did Elijah lose the?
It was Ryan Aiken.
Okay.
Who's way bigger than him?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
CJJ
man.
champ, had a match at CJJ Worlds.
CJJ Worlds without throwing a strike, you know?
Yeah, and Rashad kind of, backed out when he found out who Ryan Aiken was.
I like BMAX rule.
All right, let's see. If you get too high to function before the match, it's still
Yes.
Well, I mean, he's
Seconded.
still probably got all that good stuff since he's the brown belt high rollers champ.
Yeah.
From Elijah.
So he has
Yeah.
experience competing under the influence, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. We got another comment
Oh,
from handsome Kevin. I'll talk about it. Elijah beats my ass.
I mean, not saying we didn't expect it. I mean, still love you, but it's Elijah.
Yeah.
So
Right
all
on.
Moving on.
Yeah. Who do we have next?
Talking about Salty, during our okay. Anyway, talking about Salty, a certain gentleman was picked 7th in our mock draft and felt very disrespected. Well, luckily for him, or maybe he'll feel more, respected now. But coming in at number 4, Giovanni Ortiz, your Decatur qualifier winner, black belt out of One Nation Jiu-Jitsu.
I'd tell you my thoughts, but I already spoke about him.
That's right. So we're going to go to the tape. Jim, roll the tape.
What's up to the peoples? Miggy from the PGF Insider and Nick Dojo Show. Let me tell you guys about a new face to the PGF. This guy's a pretty well-seasoned grappler. He's competed before against the bad guy, Elijah Carlton, advanced all the way to the round of 32 at the ADCC trials this year, and he won first place at the PGF qualifier in Decatur, Alabama. The guy I'm talking about is Giovanni Ortiz, black belt out of One Nation Jiu-Jitsu in Smyrna, Tennessee. So he's been actively competing since about the age of 13, which, hey, it shows what the kind of results this guy is getting. So from his performance at the qualifier, we got to see that Gio is pretty comfortable going for the choke, which will go a long way in the PGF season in regards to getting those sweet points. So looking at footage of his ADCC trials performance and some other footage from the qualifiers, we can also see that he's pretty comfortable playing with leg lock. It's safe to say that he will excel in the PGF role set and should be on the top of everyone's list, including those fans to take part in the PGF Fantasy League. So Giovanni is for certain going to shake things up for those that aren't familiar with him.
Right on. I agree with that assessment 100%, Miggy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what he comes in as dollar-wise.
What do you mean
for fantasy? For fantasy.
Fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
because if he comes in kind of on the cheap end, the first couple, picks.
Oh yeah, he's one of those people that someone might make a pick and keep them on the team after, so like the limit doesn't apply.
That's a
good
watch out for
play.
That. That's a smart play, Miggy.
Are we still talking about collusion? Can we let it go?
That's not collusion. That's something else, man.
Listen,
you're about to see equipment start throwing.
Right.
we got a few comments here that we're going to go through real quick. I don't know if this is Sean or Chase, but I'm going to put it up here.
I'm assuming it's Sean, that handsome fella.
Does that exist for Elijah? Meaning being too high?
No,
I don't know. Probably not.
So.
I mean, I don't think so. If you can win high rollers, I don't think there is too high,
Yeah, true. We got another comment from Handsome Kevin. Let's not confuse him.
HK.
Right. HK, yep.
No HK.
Yeah, I appreciate the faith, but I got to keep it real. Hey, listen, we appreciate you keeping it real. We got a comment also here from my favorite Kevin. I thought Elijah quit. I heard he quit too, but I can't confirm. And at least he's the number one, Kevin. Yes, you are. Let's go to Trenton Goat's comment, and he says, "I'm excited to see David Evers versus Gio Part 2, if not on the same team." Good point. And the commit chiming in. Collusion is my favorite subject just because he makes egghead so salty.
Salty eggs.
Salt goes well on eggs.
Yeah, it does.
God.
Now, so I did some digging on Gio, and something else I have to say. I can't remember how long ago it was, but he did announce that he's focused all his training to Nogi for competition. So I don't know if that'll also kind of help out in the PGF for him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's very serious about the ADCC, and he did well. He did well.
Yeah.
I mean, he lasted the whole round with Cade Rotullo.
Yeah, exactly. The guy that won the division. So
yeah.
Salty eggs.
Salty eggs.
Yes. But going back to it, I mean, if you all got the flow grappling, that was a great match. I mean, he showed a ton of heart because Rotullo's got one of the best darces in the game.
Yeah, and you lost a kid that's pretty active at it. And if I remember correctly, Gio's been teaching since like age 13. This is teaching and competing on the school website. So that's like half his lifetime that he's been
all he's done.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he's done. I saw an interview with him or listened to it, and it was great. I actually saw and listened because it was like us podcast and YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's all he's done. He like did like, you know, during a break or something like that, he did like some roofing. He's like, oh hell no, I'm never doing this again. I have the best job in the world.
Yeah.
He's like beep, roofing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like we've talked about before with Mario, you know, teaching is the best way to learn.
Yep.
So we want to talk about, you know, cementing your skills and abilities. If you have to teach it, you know, it just makes you focus on it that much more. He's gonna be dangerous. I mean, we've talked about it before, but he's got losses to Caleb and Elijah in other competitions, but that was a number of years ago. We see with Gio, he loves to play guard. He kind of has a little bit of that, like he likes to do that sitting guard, kind of like Elijah does. And you know, he can hurt me for it later, but it's just not as good as Elijah's.
Well, listen, I appreciated the fact that in the Decatur qualifier, one of his opponents came in with a cartwheel, and and he just looked at him and he just like bloop, ankle picked him. I was like, oh, that's gangster.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You gonna be
like,
flashy? Watch this.
He's like, man, fuck your cartwheel. I got this. But anyway, moving on. Any final thoughts on Gio? I expect to see him in the finale. I know
definitely.
that.
No, yeah. If he somehow doesn't make it, something bad has happened.
He
What's
probably.
what's his price point coming in at, Commish?
We don't know yet.
Yeah,
You don't know what the total
same
price
as the
is,
other guys in
all
the
that
top
Bro,
five.
you gotta wait till the fantasy thing goes up. Relax.
Come on.
All right.
Chill out, Chris. I mean, believe me, I'm not gonna get any damn sleep during that week. So I'm gonna try to put out freaking blog posts on like, you know, anticipation of like picks and stuff like that. Oh God. Let's caffeine. All right, coming in number three. Numero tres. Well, you're going to hear my opinion on him in a second.
Okay, so let's just go to the highlight then, right? All
Dane
right,
Lee.
let's go to the highlight.
Dane Lee is Egghead's dark horse pick to win it all. He's a black belt. He's the winner of your Austin qualifier. He grew up in Wellington, Kansas. Now he's out of Owasso, Oklahoma. He's representing a Clinch Martial Arts Academy, a Jean-Jacques Machado affiliate. He recently celebrated a decade in jiu-jitsu. He's just a bad man. He showed us takedowns, top game, bottom game, leg locks, as well as his favorite path to the sub. He's going to mount you. He's going to get that gift wrap. He's going to take that to the back take, get that rear naked choke finish. Oh, yeah. He scored 3 submissions at the recent North American ADCC trials. He got 2 reverse triangles. You're not supposed to get those. I went back to BMAX, like triangle, you know, course. You're not supposed to get those. But he did. Then he got a triangle Kimura finish. He's only taken out by points in the round of 32, which kind of, they did that to him, but you know, it is what it is. He's very good at defending the blocks. He finds a way to counter, almost like, you know, Colvin from last year. But here's the thing: he doesn't just defend his leg locks and get the back. He finds a way to the mount and see before his path to the sub. At a recent High Rollers tournament, he's the only opponent to not be submitted by Krikorian in regulation. He has shown he is elite. Mark my words, he will be a contender for the title.
Okay. First off, how can he be a dark horse at 3?
Ooh, good question.
Well, I picked him up. I picked him up in the second round of our mock draft.
Yep.
So you passed on him twice.
Ooh, you passed on him.
I did.
Twice.
But my second pick was Kevin, handsome Kevin.
Chris went with the looks. He's like,
I went straight looks.
I'll bet you now.
My team is beautiful.
Dane Leake's going to beat handsome
my
Kev.
team is beautiful.
My team is beautiful. Okay,
Team handsome.
team
So
handsome.
pretty.
So
So
why'd you
pretty.
pick them?
It's like
They're
my man
really
can't jump.
handsome.
It's so pretty.
We got a comment from the commish here. Said that kid is special. I think people may be sleeping on him.
No way. He's
Oh,
ranked
look at
third.
that.
Come on.
Let's see.
Chris knows
See?
what's up.
Boom.
Chris
yeah.
knows what's up.
Points for style.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you a question. How many times have you made it to 10 Planet Atlanta since he's like, what, 20 minutes from your house?
Okay, the problem is it's 20,
I got you,
it's
Chris.
20
No,
miles from my
So
house.
what happened
Which
was-
equals an hour and a half drive.
No, here's the real reason why. Chris doesn't want to go there because he would be so distracted by how handsome Kevin is that he wouldn't be able to drill. He'd just be staring at him the whole time.
I couldn't train at that gym. You've got Sean, you've got Chase, you've got Kevin. I mean, that
The
is
handsome
just
gym, dude.
trifecta of the Mount
handsome.
Rushmore of handsome
The
jiu-jitsu.
handsome levels are through the roof, man.
Done.
Boy. Hey, don't forget about the champ, Brian Agan.
Super handsome as well.
Super
You know?
handsome.
Think about that.
Hiya.
Oh yeah. All right, so going back to Dane Leak. I mean, here's the thing. Granted, I rated him very high, but then I also know what's going on. A lot of people will not appreciate him as much as people actually really pay attention. He is deadly. Like I said, he's got that mount gift wrapped to the back, rear naked choke. It's amazing. And what I've seen from his competition, both at high rollers and also at ADCC trials, that when somebody goes to leg attack him, he mysteriously finds himself in mount, like mounting the other guy, the guy that tried to leg attack him. It's like that crazy, Hunter Colvin thing where he gets your back. You try to get his leg, he gets your back. No. Dane Leak gets mount on you. And then see aforementioned gift wrap, back take, rear naked choke. He is dangerous.
Didn't he win like 3 ADCC matches?
Yes, he did. He did. He lost in the round of 32. He was in 256, and then the next two. I'm not going to do math right now.
Yep. So isn't Dane so Hunter's from Oklahoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so is Dane.
Yeah. So what's your point?
So if you're from Oklahoma, you have a chance of getting in a better position when someone tries to leg lock you, according to PGF stats. I'm just pointing that out there, man.
Oh, we got to come in here from the commish.
Oh, very interesting.
I bet Applegate has a plan specifically for Leak.
But what if he picks Leak?
We have to say that's the plan.
That's the plan.
You're on my team.
Man. All right. Final thoughts on Dane Leak. I'm sorry.
I
Legit,
guess he's-
man.
I mean, yeah.
Those are your final thoughts. All
I
right.
think Egg's right though. I don't think a lot of people. I do think some people are going to sleep on him, but I just had to give him shit because he's like dark horse, rank 3. That's not a dark horse.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, leaking the game plan there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
we don't
plan.
plan.
Hey, listen.
Don't believe you.
They play a
No,
lot of
that's-
COD, which is they adapt and improvise.
That's right.
Yeah.
These guys are Marines. I mean, they might be like virtual Marines, but they are Marines.
No,
Yeah.
these guys again. If you look, got to plug in Sean's Warzone abilities. If you watch Call of Duty gaming, look,
Mhm.
man, the only plan is to get the W. That's
That's right.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it.
All right. Enough about Dane. We know that he's a bad man. Coming in at numero dos.
Dose.
Who do we have?
Number 2 is Caleb McAllister.
He is a stud, and I will give you my thoughts because I am doing the voiceover on Caleb McAllister. This is everything you need to know about Caleb McAllister. Caleb is a PGF Season 1 vet, former MMA fighter. He is also one of Men in Health's fittest athletes. Don't believe me? Look into it. If you think you're going to wait it out, cook him, and then submit him, you got another thing coming, buddy. Caleb's cardio is a weapon itself. Caleb's jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. Even under pressure, he is as cool as the other side of the pillow. So your frantic pace means absolutely nothing. I can see this. Watch your head. He likes to snap your ass down and take your back. And you might think, hey, that's cool, bro. I'll just sit back and leg lock him. Haha, wrong. Caleb is a well-rounded grappler who also knows the leg lock game. He might even take your leg home with him. Caleb is a natural leader, a motivator, and a great person all around. Any coach would be ecstatic to have him on his squad. Guys, back to you in the studio. That's right. Back to you
hey,
in
we're
the
here in the studio.
We do have a studio. Actually, I'm in Studio A, and by next week, I will be in Studio shit. And, it is what it is. But anyway, listen, this guy's a stud. I mean, what more can you say about Caleb?
I
never
think
seen you say
he's
about
coming
Caleb.
in for revenge.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Not only is this guy handsome, so is his voice. So just throwing that out there as well.
Oh, that's right. He
okay.
does voiceover work. Yeah.
Audiobooks.
Yep, Audible or whatever. Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Egg, thoughts on Caleb?
I mean, quintessential black belt, super experienced both in MMA and in competition. He traveled the farthest for PGF season 1.
Virginia, bro.
We talked to him. He's like, I think he's gonna be like 8-hour drive. He's like, hey man, it was during the pandemic, not a lot of competitions. I want to get some action going on. Killer cardio, great skills, great person. Honestly, just a great dude. I mean, if you're not following him on Instagram, do it because he'll inspire you. Great guy, and I mean, all these young pups coming after him. Good luck, because he's going to show you what's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, he'll shake your hand afterwards. Pat you on the back, rub your head. You're like, all right, buddy. See you later.
Good job, buddy. Yeah, I think he's coming in. He's had what, almost a year now of getting so close to winning it all from season 1.
I don't think he's gonna let that,
Oh no,
simmer
but
in
I
his
think
head.
I think he's. I don't think he's going to let it come. I don't think he'll lose like that again.
Like what? He made it all the way to the final.
He did.
So we talked about it before, but the fun match could be him versus Elbow Genie, the rubber match, because Elbow Genie put him to sleep during the regular season, which was a highlight, and then he got his revenge in the finale. So the rubber match could be really good to see.
Don't forget, he's going to have a rubber match with Elijah as well, unless they're on the same team.
Yep.
Yes, because he beat Elijah outside of the PGF. Elijah won in the PGF, and so this could be the rubber match. Yeah, it could be really, really fun. I mean, here's the thing. We'll talk about it in a second, but for Elijah, that guard, people are afraid of that guard. High-level people are just afraid of that guard.
Duh.
Yeah.
Well, let's finish talking about Caleb before we move on to,
He's got every skill set you could want. There you go. Boom. And
Cardio.
all the athleticism,
technique. I mean, the dude's a stud.
Oh,
thank you. Yeah, I was winning against Gio as well.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. So Gio's probably looking for that rematch as well.
And that could be a great match. That could be a lot of fun. High level stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
See, oh man, that could be a bummer because depending on how teams are picked, we may not get to see some of the rubber matches.
Oh yeah,
until the finale.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Do we think that we're gonna? Well, there might be a team with a few black belts in it because there's
there's a few black belts, right? But looking at this list, for example, right? I don't see. There's for sure going to be some sort of matchup with these guys.
Let's see. Caleb once beat Gio and Elijah in the same.
I can't find that online though.
Bro, listen.
It was an underground Kumite.
Yeah, Kumite. Dude. It isn't like
only special people made it.
Yeah.
All right. And
Van Dam was there. That was it. That's all you need to know.
It is no secret who the number 1 ranked guy is.
And
I would say Egg, take it away, but you're doing the voiceover. So
Walla, what's the rule though? What's our rule about this guy?
To be the man, you have to beat the man.
Yep.
All right.
Kick him until he loses.
So, with that said, let's go to our number 1 ranked feller here. Jim, run the tape.
The consensus number 1 pick, Elijah, the bad guy, Carlton. If you don't know who Elijah Carlton is, you have not been paying attention to the PGF. He'll be the first person in the PGF Hall of Fame. The first season of the PGF, he went 24-0. And by 24-0, I mean he submitted everyone in the regular season and the postseason finale tournament. He's just a bad man. In season 2, he went up to 220, well above his natural body weight. And he only lost 2 matches to the eventual winner, Hunter the Professional Colvin. But every other match, guess what? Oh yeah, he got a submission because that's what he does. He submits people like it's his job. Because guess what? He kind of is. Oh, he's the owner of Southside Jiu-Jitsu Club in Chattanooga. Owner operator. Amazing things there. He got his brown belt from Agogi Combatives in Chattanooga, Tennessee. However, he's also a big guy in Coach Applegate's 10th Planet Atlanta system. Here's what you need to know: 6 foot 3 inches long, scary long. So he can get you in a leg lock in about nothing flat. He'll find a way. He does his seated guard, which is phenomenal. He can either just get the leg lock, or so often he wrestles from his seated guard and he takes you down. But we all need to remember is that Elijah knows the PGF system. He goes for the kill. He has the scariest of guards, which either means you're going to get triangled, or if you make him come on top, guess what? He's going to find a way. He's going to choke you that way too. Elijah, the bad guy, Carlton, the consensus number 1.
All right. I mean, did we have any doubt that he was going to be the number 1 guy?
Yeah, no, it's
Nope.
To be the man, you have to beat the man. We got a few comments here. From the commish. Elijah is my personal voice crazy.
He is. He's the man.
Mhm.
And Conscience Keelan, the countdown drops on January 1st.
We love everything you do, Keelan.
Bro.
So well done.
We're not salty. We're just jealous that you put out such great content. And
Right.
ours is kind of shitty. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, we already knew this. That's why we went from the bottom up. We decided to do a count up instead of a count down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
I want to thank Elijah for not making me hunt for footage, because he was all there. He was where I needed it. He was where I needed it to be. So that was perfect. So that worked out when I was putting his highlight together.
And now you got to remember, he hasn't been sitting back doing nothing since the end of the PGF. Like, dude's been on a tear.
Yeah, he's been pretty active. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
all over.
Weekend before last, he had the defended his high rollers brown belt championship,
Yep.
and it was freakishly similar to him against Sam Barbosa in the PGF 2 finale. This dude for 30 minutes was trying to find an opening, and guess what? Found no opening.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is don't talk bad about Sam.
I'm not talking about Sam.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying, like,
I'm just saying.
we all love Sam.
Yes.
As I've noted before, I went to his seminar after. I went to the seminar after. I loved it. Contributed. Great dude. Always a fan. Just saying, it was a similar match in that, like, 30 plus minutes of, like, I can't find an answer to this guard.
Yeah. And that's what's really nice about Elijah's game is it plays out well for the regular season because he can attack really quick, get the kill, done. And then when it comes down to the finals, he can switch gears, and if he needs to, he can go long.
Well, most of his matches, if you look at him, he's looking for the kill at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When he's getting down in that clock where shit, I gotta get something. That's when he's going for the break, which is perfect,
Yep.
So it's the strategy to have for this.
Yep.
It is. Every once in a while, he gets a little too tempted by the
But because the arm's there when the triangle.
He's right there.
Yeah.
Like right there. Like him against Stephen Aiken, him against
I think he's only
Southern
done it
Samurai
like
Webster.
3 times where you saw him.
Yeah.
You were like, oh man, you could have. But
Yeah, but remember, Stephen Aiken was 4 points at least.
Yeah. But both of them were against Southern Samurai as well.
But then
4
a lot of
points.
times you'll have that, and then once you get into the finals where it's no time, people start getting impatient. They want to get their game going. It's like, and he can sit back, and that's what he did with Sam. He sat back, waited. Sam made one mistake. He was out of position for just a split second. That's all it took, and he snatched it up.
Yeah, he's a killer, man.
He's 100%.
If you make a slight error, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're done.
I mean, it was the same thing with Kamoy in the finale. Kamoy tried for minutes and minutes, just like trying to, smack him upside the head with the heavy collar ties, and tried different techniques, and if I don't like what I got,
getting flustered, you know.
And you know, it took less time, but eventually, like, you know, Elijah found his opening. I mean, I think the only times we've seen Elijah lose is against very, very high level people, and even then, they had to just like hop on like the minute, like, you know, split second opportunity, and they had to find a way.
Well,
Yeah, because both of his losses to Hunter, you literally had to stop, go back, rewatch it again to see, okay, where was the slip up?
Yeah.
We got a comment here.
Could he have gotten down to this weight?
I don't know, man.
He probably would have to cut both legs to make 170.
Yeah,
that dude is
beefy.
strong. He like his muscles got muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he a thick boy.
He ain't here to make no friends.
I mean, Kamoy's the brown belt sug champion, right? Or no, fight to win.
Fight to win. He did have a recent submission underground though, and
yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah. We got another comment. Let's see. Elijah pretty much wins every time he steps out there.
Yeah.
And we loved seeing him at Submission Underground, like because he was rocking his orange jersey. Actually, you know, did a little like, you know, shout out to the screen, and even then got the same damn submission twice against the guy. Like,
yeah, even though the guy
you don't think he tapped? Okay, I guess I'll do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
So he's saying Salty Kevin and Randy are making weight. All right, so I guess Kamoy, could have made weight too.
Okay, true.
Well, that's fair. I mean, we talked about this. I mean, you know, we've already talked about, you know, Randy Roden's thighs, like coming, you know,
he pulls the drain
like
plug.
The quad off.
Yeah, pulls the drain plug, makes weight, then just starts refilling.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on Elijah.
We'll be in the finals. Will most
100%.
likely be in the final of the finals. And unless somebody shows us differently, we'll probably win PGF Season 3.
Ooh. Damn, those are strong words. Strong
That's why I picked them number 1.
You know, we probably should close on that then. Maggie, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Final thoughts.
It's gonna be fun to see Elijah this season. I know there's gonna be a lot of good competition going on with everyone this year, so I can't wait.
Yeah.
Salty Kevin gonna be thirsty Kevin on weigh-in day. I'm sure.
He calling you fat, Kevin.
Well, don't say that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway, Egg.
It's all water weight.
Last thoughts on Elijah.
I mean, we already
He's
said
a bad man.
He's a bad man.
That's one bad Bama Jamma.
Okay, sorry. I mean, it's freaking Elijah, the bad guy, Carlton. Okay, we've seen what he can do. Every time he rolls in like anything, we watch, and yeah, he's the man.
Right on. Well, listen, guys. With that said, we hope that you have enjoyed this pre-draft show brought to you by the PGF Insiders and the McDojo Show. I can't wait for the finale. I mean, I want to watch the regular season, but I'll be there in the finale. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. So with that said, we'll probably see you next week. Peace. Hasta la bye-bye. Hasta luego. Sayonara.